It's not.
Well, come
I
on, for
don't
God's sakes,
get it.
Pup, these
You
stupid
put
fucking
wine-
titles, man.
You put black box wine in my hand?
Yeah.
Nothing has
drink.
changed since the last time this roll.
I don't.
Just
never noticed it.
Why don't you actually advertise like the fucking topic that would get people in here? Oh, dang it, here we go again. Doesn't mean anything.
It means plenty.
God, Pup,
For God's sakes.
you're fucking stupid.
Look, you had a long time to bring this up. You had a long.
Can we
time.
can we call it Sonic Origins +1?
I hate that. That's
I like that.
Origins.
I like that.
Origins.
I like the duality of man. I hate that. I like that. Just instantaneously.
Right,
Sonic has a
fine.
+1.
I will rework the
know.
title as we speak. Gilly, would you like to introduce us?
No.
Get on.
Welcome,
with it.
everybody, to Sunset City.
No.
a
We gotta
Sonic
get him. We
podcast
gotta get him to do
for
it.
the classic.
No,
we will
we're-
not.
We are not
Sunset
doing this until Gilly introduces us.
Here's Wade, and here's Suris, and here's Nick, and here's Pup, and here's Gilly on the back body again. Welcome, everyone, to Sunset City, a fucking Sonic podcast, I guess.
See, that
All I'm
wasn't so
saying is
hard.
that Ray has a kind of boring design.
There you go.
Oh my God.
I'd say
Oh,
was
no.
that wasn't too hard, was it? But that was actually golden.
You know what? It was actually really good. It was really on point, and he got it done faster than most of us get it done.
I mean, what was that he was saying earlier? He's Hollywood. We're not.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh man. All right. So I've seen in the chat already. People already know what we need to be talking about, and we'll get to that very soon. But yeah, before we get into the same fucking games we've been playing for 30 years.
What do you think of the new title, huh? Is that okay for you?
I will let me see it. I'll get this reloaded, and I'll see how. It's probably.
Oh my God! What did you do, Pop?
I also would.
There's
also-
probably gonna be a Sonic.
I wonder what's in it. Let's talk about it.
Oh God! All right, yeah, that wins. That's great.
Yeah, no, we got it.
Is the chat
All
not
right.
showing up for either of you guys, anyways? Like,
No, I see it. I see it. Fine.
I see it.
Oh, I can't
I
see
also would
shit.
have accepted
I'm
Sonic
sorry they
the
didn't
Origin Trail.
I'm sorry, chat didn't show up for your birthday party, Pop.
yeah, I guess the chat's just not here for me,
Wayne.
so I can't see
Wayne,
how
are you
nice
saying-
they're all being to me.
Wait, are you
God.
saying that Sonic Origins is going to give you dysentery?
It already has.
Oh man, that's so good. Oh God, I'm literally crying. Yeah. So before we get into Origins, this morning Spawnwave just put out a new video talking about a whole bunch of game stuff as he does, and he did mention the Sonic sales figures, Sega sales figures specifically. But I say Sonic because at the tippy top, probably with no surprise to anybody, was Sonic Frontiers, which as of December 2022 sold 2.9 million copies. Which is kind of wild because they rarely ever give us like solid ass numbers for.
Wow, you said
games.
you just said Tears and Wild in like the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Strange.
Oh, that's right. Breath of the Wild Plus is coming out too.
It sure is, Wayne.
I'm looking forward to more weapon damage. That's gonna be great.
I can't wait for the the time travel DLC where all of the heroes go back in time to fix all the Oh, wait a minute, that's a
I can't
different
wait to
game.
fight the same fucking enemies, but this one's got a
I'm-
spike in his head, so
I
it's
can't
new.
wait. I can't wait until they reuse Hyrule and then it's a multiverse game and we get to see the same Hyrule 8
You
other
know what?
times.
You know what, Pop? I know what's going to sell you on this game.
You're gonna say grinding, isn't it?
No,
But it
I'm
does
gonna
have rail
say-
grinding.
it does.
So
But I'm
did,
gonna
so,
say-
did, so did Twilight Princess.
Yeah, it did. That's true, and that was fun. That was a cool fucking boss
That's a
fight
girls'
with the.
game,
they
man.
released-
Fucking girl game.
But they have no, dude. Like it's also it's Legend of Zelda nuts and bolts is what it is.
Listen, man, I enjoyed Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts because it had Fun Bear in it. This does not have Fun Bear. No, you know what?
But
I
you
tell
do
what,
you do
I-
build your own.
I-
vehicles in
I'm
this one.
actually convinced at this point we've seen 5% of this game, and we have no fucking idea what the game actually is because they don't want us to know.
I tell you what, no, this
It's
does,
Hyrule again, but you could go in the sky.
I think they're tricking us.
being
Hyrule?
entirely serious though, this does make me happy because one of my big gripes about Breath of the Wild, one of the things that got me to stop playing was how sluggish traversal can be. Like, how long you can spend just running across a fucking grassy plain, and you run out of stamina, and then you have to go a fucking slow pace a bit.
Well,
And
the game
there's
is a grassy plain.
That's why you get a horse.
There's not enough horses around. Sometimes there's no horsey.
Wait,
Oh, that
wait.
sounds
Why
like
would you not
Literally
just?
summon a horse. What are you talking
Why would you
about?
not
There's like-
just summon your horse?
I don't have that
there's like
ability
five-
yet.
There's like 5 bunches of there's like 5 little herds of horses like at the beginning, like
How
right
do you
outside the Great
summon a horse?
Plateau.
How do you just summon one?
Horse
I
eye.
don't-
You sneak up on it and you hop on it. You know, you would probably enjoy the game more if you fucking played
There's
it
not
right.
enough of them. I can't fucking find them.
Oh my
all
god.
so Pup, all you do is you get on a horse, you take it to a stable, and they go, "Hey, do you want to own this horse?" And you go, "Yes."
What stable?
And then you can
Where's
summon
the
it.
stable?
There's
like
3
The stable's
stables
on
down
the
in
other
the
end of
opening
the fucking
area.
I want to see
map.
Pup try to. I want to see Pup try to mount a wild horse in Virginia Beach.
But that aside, all I'm
Oh,
saying is,
man.
if we have these nuts and bolts vehicles, that will make traversal a lot quicker, right? Probably.
It is cute because there was actually like some stuff in Breath of the Wild where you could like people were taking like planks of wood and they were taking Octoroks and they were like throwing them onto them and they would just balloon up and turn into little flying vehicles, and then they were breaking the physics with like magnesis and like using mine carts to like levitate and shit, and they're just like, you know what? Bet we're making that a mechanic in this game.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Xavier,
that's worth-
give a
that's
shit.
worth
We
$10
were
more
talking
dollars.
Talk about. I don't care. Like I wanted to talk about Solo.
I'm
for a
sure
second.
it's going to be
We were
good.
really
Like,
excited about it.
here's the thing: is I think I got to about around about halfway point of Breath of the Wild, but I stopped playing because I got to a point where there were these goblin thingies and I had to fight them, and all my weapons got busted.
The same enemies you've been fighting since the beginning of the game.
Right, and all my weapons
Okay.
got busted, and then I just had to do it with my own 2 hands. And it's just, I don't know, I get these are immersive elements, but it's like things like, oh, I gotta wait until daytime before doing this, and I gotta make sure I got enough fire on me and stuff. It's like, you know.
I think a part of it was just them trying to take like the problem solving like puzzle element of Zelda and just kind of trying to take that in a new way. Never mind. I love that game. You will never find anybody that can bitch about it for as long as I will.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen,
Not
I
stopped.
see.
I don't know,
I will
Wayne.
keep going.
I don't know, Wayne. I think I'm close second at least.
I see.
So
think
are we?
I
When's
think
the
you should
campfire
fireside.
special? When's the
Yeah.
campfire special when it's just me and
Maybe-
Dylan
maybe
talking
after-
shit about Breath of the Wild?
I mean, listen,
Maybe
I
after
see,
today's episode.
I see the merits to all of these mechanics, but whenever I play Breath of the Wild, it just makes me think, God damn, I would love it if I had some kind of combat system that wasn't reliant on breakable weapons, and B, I wish I could just run really fast. And C, I wish there was more
I
popping.
don't
That's
blame
that's
you.
Sonic Frontiers, Pup.
I
Oh
think that
my
was
God.
yeah.
He just wants Sonic Frontiers, but with a sword.
Yeah,
so
listen,
it's
I,
like,
I,
I
do think
I think Breath of the
Sonic
Wild
and the
is
Black
a
Knight
much...
2?
Breath of the Wild is a much high quality game than Sonic Frontiers, but I think Sonic Frontiers is better because it just gives me more serotonin.
Well, yeah, but it's like, okay, a game being higher quality is so like calling it high quality is like a strictly quantifiable objective thing,
Yeah.
and something being fun is subjective.
Yeah, that's why I make
So-
the distinction.
So you can go to the best music studio in the world and have your song produced by the best engineers in the world, but if the song sucks dick, the song's gonna suck dick.
But is that not also a subjective thing? Because the song could be really fucking good to someone else. You see?
I
what
could-
No,
I'm
I
saying?
could
no,
have-
I'm sorry,
could
if I
have
play-
high
if I play-
quality slamming a drum into a tin can, and that does not make it.
That
yeah.
could be
Make it
postmodern
the
art.
audio-
Meanwhile,
The audio
meanwhile-
fidelity could be fantastic.
Meanwhile, the fidelity of songs that were recorded in the 1970s sucks horribly, and a lot of those songs are really good.
Oh yeah, like the fucking one that doesn't have a name, doesn't have an artist, isn't made by anybody, but played on the
God,
radio that
I
time.
remember
Great
my favorite
fucking
argument: old thing good, new thing bad. I'm kidding.
No, really, that song. Fucking...
What?
You know, the one that's like the most mysterious song on the
The-
internet. That is a good fucking song. And it's, you know, like, it might just be the
I've-
fact that there's no good recordings of it, but like, man. You know, recorded like it's in a toilet, but like, fucking hell, it's a bob.
what are we even talking about
The
anymore?
most mysterious.
Well,
song on
the
internet.
quality
Nick.
of a game, the quote unquote objective quality of a game versus its actual enjoyability.
Well, I mean, the thing is that doesn't really track because Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is a perfectly good game on its own 2 feet. But it's just as I say, like
It runs like shit.
I think it's a brilliant game.
I
think it's a
I think it's a
fantastic game.
fantastic
It
game.
runs
I
It
think
still
it's a
runs.
brilliant
It still
game.
doesn't
Two
run good.
areas.
Yeah, no, see,
it runs like
I
in
agree.
2 specific places.
I agree with these other 2 fellas here, in that I think it's a great game, but it's the reason why I call it a higher quality game than Frontiers. But I consider Frontiers the better game.
Yeah, we understand. I mean, you're dead wrong, but it's fine.
I think you're like
Crazy.
Listen,
I
I
don't
play
think-
games for
I don't think-
fun, okay?
I don't think that the Frontiers is. I can't call Frontiers a better game, but I can say that I had more fun with Frontiers than with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, that's fully respectable. I understand that. I think you both are insane, but you guys love what you love.
I mean, here's the thing.
Be honest,
I didn't like Breath of the Wild. I didn't like Breath of the Wild because I like Zelda. So that is my.
You say that again.
I still think it's a good Zelda game.
I think it's a great Zelda game.
I don't.
Yeah, I know.
I've only ever heard 3 people in my entire life not like Breath of the Wild on the merits of it not being enough of a Zelda game, and Gilly is the 3rd of those people.
I did have a talk with a friend last night, and I was saying, like, I really adore what Breath of the Wild did for Zelda. I wish Zelda had done more for Breath of the Wild.
What is this? Some
I'm
kind
still
of fucking
curious to
what
see-
can you do for your country bullshit? What the fuck is this?
Wayne, that
Well-
sounds like you wrote it for a script.
Wayne, are you now John F. Kennedy? It's official.
All right.
Wayne's John F. Kennedy. Gotta do the thing.
Oh
There
no!
we
Nothing
go.
bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
No more head for
Hey,
you, Wayne.
Take the shot, Tails.
I love Archie.
That's Fleetway. That's Fleetway.
That was
That was
Fleetway.
Fleetway?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
Fleetway.
Oh God. All right. Well, I mean, I think we're going to circle back around to Zelda because I think a lot of us are still thinking a lot about the direct that just happened, but
I mean, we could just talk about Metroid.
I'm sure we'll get back to it. But
I really
before we
want to
do
talk
that,
about Metroid.
I know, and we'll give you the chance, but just so the people here can get their fix of the hedgehog for a little bit. I was kind of surprised yesterday. Anthony dropped in a group chat with you and me, Gilly. Like, no, it was all of us, right? It was in our
It was
group
that
chat.
It was in
hotel.
the
Yeah.
burger chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
in Borger.
Burger. But yeah, apparently Sonic Origins is getting a Plus edition according to a rating in Korea. So nothing that's been officially announced yet. So I gotta admit, I can see why people would expect that to happen. It caught me completely off guard though.
I guess my major question is, what is the Plus content?
The games work right.
You get a
Yeah.
classic Sonic NFT with it.
I mean, like, I'm sure we're gonna talk about like what we'd like from a
It
new
times
collection.
out. It times out.
Yeah.
No, I saw this video, right? Also, Frontiers in cyberspace doesn't time out either. It gets to 99 minutes and stops.
It doesn't time out.
But
It
I don't know
doesn't
why.
time
I'm
out. Oh
just
my
doing
God.
that anyway. But
But
like,
Frontiers isn't a game that we expect the timeout in.
Honestly,
say
if they
timing out is
just
still-
add timing out and lives to the widescreen versions of the games, I think I'll be happy.
I need them to fix Sonic 3 Knuckles, and I don't think they're going to after Stealth went and whined about Sega the day the game fucking released.
I was wondering about that because the thing that I'm waiting the most to see outside of any of the content or anything like that is to see who worked on the Plus, if that is in fact something we're getting.
you're gonna see like some brand new like Binky Games or something.
Imagine it's Christian Whitehead.
Can you imagine he
Fine,
goes in there
I'll
like,
do it
all right, I'll fix this
myself."
up. Right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, be sick
Watch
as if
the-
you saw like a big red button logo at the start, and it turns
Oh
out
my
the
god.
games are actually really fixed and shit.
No.
Like they're fucking amazing.
The thing that I think I've seen come up the most is people talking about more playable characters in Sonic CD, and yeah, I gotta be honest, like having Knuckles in CD would be cool. I feel like that game in particular would really benefit from his particular playstyle.
Yeah, it feels like
I
it should have
agree.
been there in the first place.
You get all you get all of the DLC included, the shit that you regret paying for separately.
The shit that shouldn't have been
Oh, you get the camera.
separately, yeah.
You want a
Well,
zoom
the
button?
camera.
Now you can zoom a little
man.
further.
I like that. I
So-
like that. Oh, if they added Knuckles, it would have taken more development time because if you just put Knuckles in there, it can break the game. Yeah, Sega's never released anything that was able to be broken.
So I said this morning when I saw like the little like there was like a little article or something, and I was like, hey, maybe they'll fix their mess. And I got me thinking, like, what was everybody's like issue? What maybe we can discuss like just kind of a recap. Yeah,
To be fair,
maybe
they
we can
did
start with a
fix that.
recap of like why Origins was bad.
So at this point, they did do some. They have updated it here and there, little bits and pieces, like some of the most glaring issues, like the whoop. But Sonic 3 and Knuckles is still full of little tiny things that really get under my skin. I remember this one specific point in Carnival Night where you know that light cylinder that you can swing around on, and if you launch off on the other end of the left hand side, you're usually stopped by spikes, and you don't usually get damaged by spikes on the side. You know, you have to hit it from the top going down. But I remember one of my playthroughs, every single time I hit it, no matter if I had rings or not, insta-death. Just instantly died when I launched into the side there. And like,
That's weird.
since it's momentum, like, you don't really have a lot of means to just fully stop your character before hitting the side of the spikes. But that's a standout for me. Like this really, really obnoxious little glitch that would insta-kill me. And Gilly, you pointed out a couple spots, I think, in Marble Garden, and I think later on in Carnival Night. It's just things are just kind of fucking. There's these little tiny things that are off about the physics that just fuck you up completely.
But yeah, isn't there that like one slope where you're supposed to be able to roll down it and then you'll fling off and go to like a 1-up, but you can't do that anymore because the physics doesn't allow for it. So you have to climb up yourself or get tails or whatever.
And I know a lot of people are like, well, I rolled through it fine. Like that, great, that's fine. But I mean, like even the developer of the fucking game came out and said, hey, this isn't ready to go. And regardless of whether or not he was working to the best of his ability or working great with his team or with Sega or anything else, Stealth has a history for being a little bit of a pain in the ass to work with. Regardless of any of that, he does know what he's doing in terms of building a Sonic game. And when he is flat out saying, nah, dog, this ain't it. Yeah, that's the top of my priorities. Fix my favorite game ever, you pieces of shit.
Yeah,
Hey, guys, I gotta dip out for a second. So
Okay.
something just happened. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. But
I think he just heard me getting shot in the head.
He just witnessed Maria Robotnik in real life.
But that's, I mean, I hate that that's my tippity top, like, fucking thing. Like, I need this sorted out before you bring this game back. I don't give a shit about any of the extras if they trot this game back out and the same problems are still there, because this shit was unacceptable the first time around.
The thing is also,
And, like,
all that shit should be in a patch and not a plus pack.
agreed. I completely agree. And that's why
I-
I'm worried about it, because it's not here.
Yeah, that's my thing is like so it's cool if like, all right, if you want to add in Knuckles Chaotix as a playable game, or you know, some of the other classic games like Spinball, stuff like you've never seemed to have an issue bringing over to the collection games in the past. But it's another thing to like, oh, the fixed versions of these games are going to be the ones that are in the new one, so you have to buy the game twice to get the one that works. Like that should not be a thing. Sonic Origins is just kind of a mess, dude.
It's kind of a fucking mess. And I'm seeing, Certified saying, like, Sega overestimated what Sonic Team had for... Sonic Team! I don't care what they say. Sonic Team did not work on this fucking thing. They took what was already made and they helped put it in there. I don't believe for a fucking second they really did much of anything.
I think they just did things
Origins.
like the challenge mode thingies as well.
Yeah.
They got a couple people from the team to dink around with it, and then they got June to make the fucking music worse.
The
Like,
musical
that's the most, I
molestation
think.
of Sonic 3.
I cannot forgive what they did to the music in Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
And it's wild. Like, Sonic Guy brought this up. This was a bit of news too, and all of us forgot about it. Sonic Colors Ultimate just released on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody played the Steam version?
Why the fuck would I buy it again? Buying it twice was already too many times. Buying it once
like,
might have already been too many times.
I think that's going to be like a clear enough point for us to think whether or not they're going to fix the rest of the problems of Origins. Because if Sonic still just kind of glides in like Poochie in reverse,
in Starlight Carnival.
Yeah.
Then I think that tells you all you ever need to know.
I mean, that's the thing, is you've got this big... Well, you've got this re-release, and it is kind of a shadow drop in a way, but, like, you've got this releasing on a new platform, and nothing has been done to make the game any better. But I guess maybe they're like, oh, the modders will do that, but it's like, yeah, don't rest on your laurels, mate. Modders...
I'd assume, like, yeah, like, that's probably why they shadow dropped it, too, because, like, who cares at this point?
Yeah, that's the thing I was thinking when I saw it. I was like, boy, have they missed the boat hard there. But, like... it's what it is. Like, it's one of those things where I might pick it up if it's free. But other than that, no, and it's not going to be free, so fuck that. But, like,
I think at this point, like, the only thing that makes sense about even bothering releasing it on Steam at all is, like, they know the modders will get a hold of it, and then if, like, the hardcore Sonic community sees, like, really cool mods for Ultimate, then they'll pick it up and they'll just make a few more sales from that.
It also might just be the fact that, quite frankly, Steam has a higher install base than Epic does.
Yeah. But getting back to kind of Origins, I don't think there's anything they can do that will make it, in my eyes, live up to its premise. I think that Origins should have been a different product, full stop, fundamentally. Like, releasing, like, the quintessential versions of the game. They should have had, like, Anniversary Mode and Classic Mode, yes. Classic Mode should have been customizable. Whether you want infinite lives, whether you want a letterbox, whether you want this, that, and the other. That should have all been on Classic Mode. And Anniversary Mode, I personally think we should have had things like T-Lopes doing the soundtrack. Fucking, you know, just things to bring them up to date more, you know? Like, things to improve the level design in Sonic 1 and such. And people will say, oh yeah, that's effectively different games. But yeah, why not? Do a proper top-to-bottom remake that makes them better, while still having the originals available. That, to me, is the potential of a Sonic Origins, and one that could justify both the price tag and the fucking just having the four games on there and not anymore. But, okay, making good on it, like, I guess it's important to fix up the games you've got, but that is purely patch shit right there. Adding new playable characters to each game, like a Mighty and Ray or something, that could go a small ways. I think things like putting the elemental shields in Sonic 1 in its story mode is a good idea. I don't know.
The thing I felt was, if they were really going to do what they did, and I feel like we're just repeating our predictions for Origins when it was originally coming out. The way I saw it was, like, I think game preservation is integral. So if they were going to do a classic mode, it should be just that. It should be the original games, as true to what they could be as possible. And I'm sure they could have brought... I mean, they have an in-house team that works on like, as true to the original ports as they can possibly. Like, A2 makes amazing fucking ports.
Even if you
and
have
they've
to,
done
like, even emulation.
times.
Even emulation would be better than what they've done for classic mode.
Well, like, at least Sonic 1 and 2, like, they've re-released those many times with little tweaks and little doodads and stuff like that can work just fine with it. But the fact of the matter is, like, the original games just aren't there. That's offensive enough for me. But then Anniversary Mode, I think that's where the changes should have been, because they already started with that, with, like, the weird tokens and shit like that. And I kind of felt like, I mean, we talked about this before, but, like, Mania already had the best ideas for it. Like, you would unlock the tokens through special stages, and then you can, later on, after you beat the game, unlock the and Knuckles mode, or the shields from Sonic 3 instead of the drop dash. Like, little things like that would have boosted up the replay value instead of this weird gotcha mechanic that they threw in here. And I don't know, man. Like I just feel that thing's a fucking mess. It's disrespectful to the original games on two fronts. I hate that.
Yeah. I think there's two goals for a game like Sonic Origins. One is to bring the classics to a new generation. The other is to celebrate them. And I don't think the game does a great job at either of them. I think it does a piss poor job at celebrating them. But I just think, like, after we've had Sonic Mania showing us, like, how you can rework these thingies, I just think it would be cool to have, like, a Mania-fied version of all 4 of the original Sonic games. And that might sound like a bit too much, but maybe that's just me saying I wish we could have had a bigger project for the classic Sonic section of the 30th anniversary. Like, something just a bit bigger than just another, we packaged the iOS ports together. But, okay, putting that aside, because that's not really me meeting it on its own terms. Like, yeah, I think the fact that you're, you know, pushing these as the quintessential versions, but they have more technical hitches than the originals, yeah, that's pretty embarrassing, especially in 2022 when these things can be much more polished than they are. Like, I have no idea how you get to a point where you have to rush a collection of the original Sonic games. Like, are you out of your goddamn mind? But it's one of those things, again, where I must assert that I do think the optics of the situation are worse than the package itself. I think, you know, Origins is okay. Like, it's alright, but that's in itself not good enough. That's the optics of the situation again. So with a plus, I think, you know, one of the first things I'm expecting is something they should have done in the first place. A boxed release. Like,
I think that's a given at this point, right?
Yeah, 'cause
does
that's what
anybody
they
think that
made.
they're not going to
Well,
do
I
this?
think-
something to put on a shelf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think by virtue of it being a Sonic Origins Plus, it would be a physical release.
Yeah, I would assume so. All right, Bull, I guess we can move on from our regular critiques of Origins as, I mean, we've talked about this to death at this point. I mean, there's a reason why I didn't even bother making a video on it, because it's just like, my heart's just not in this anymore. You broke my heart with Sonic 3. I probably will do a video for Plus because I'm very interested. I was very curious to see if they were going to do anything, and I think a Plus tells us this is the final, like, period at the end of the sentence. This is we're wrapping it up completely. We're not going to do anything more.
If things aren't fixed in the Plus version, they're not going to be fixed ever.
Yeah, and I'm hoping with the success of Frontiers, because, like, I'll be honest, like everything that Sonic was celebrating felt very ramshackle. It felt like they were given, like, the bare minimum to throw a party, and all they really had were these little paper hats and not even the good pizza. You just had to order from Domino's. You couldn't even get good pizza. And then you had to just celebrate in a park instead of a giant stadium. But, like, outside of, like, the concert, everything just felt kind of bare minimum. And I think they did the best they could with what they had. And hopefully Sega's now giving them the funds to, all right, let's go and finish everything up. Frontiers is going to get, you know, tweaks and stuff and be the best version of that game it could be by the end of 2023. And hopefully that'll be the same for Origins. And, yeah, like, I'm kind of curious to hear what you guys think in terms of, like, all right, fixes aside, what bonus things do you want in the game itself?
I mean, obviously having the playable characters across all games, and then adding, if they're gonna call it Plus, the precedent was already set to add characters like Ray and Mighty in, because we got that in Mania. I pipe dream, but you already kind of have some of the groundwork from Chaotix to throw in characters like, you know, the actual Chaotix into here. I doubt that's going to happen. That's very pipe dreamy, but I wouldn't mind them trying. It's not like the sprites don't exist. It's not like the playstyle doesn't already exist in another game that's running similarly. That's kind of where I'm at. Like, just give fixes aside, give us other characters to play in these environments, because one, modders have already done it, but two, if you're gonna have us revisit these classic games, not everybody who's playing these games is new to Sonic. A lot of people are wanting either the definitive ways to play these games or new ways to experience them. Outside of tacking on more levels, new characters is the best way to do that.
I think this is one of those things as well where I've always been like, It's obviously a successor to things like the Mega Collection and stuff like that, yet it's a much smaller package when you think about it, because obviously you've only got 4 games this time as opposed to the smorgasbord of games you would get in the previous collections. I understood it from the standpoint that Origins represents the formative stories, the origins of the main Sonic cast, you know, like, those elements. However, what is stopping them from sticking things like Spinball and all that garbage in a fucking extras menu, you know?
Well, I mean,
Nothing
what we
really.
originally talked about, and Gilly, I think it was Gilly who actually brought this point up here, is like, to me, I'm trying to remember when we talked about it. It's obviously before Origins came out. We were still predicting what more they could bring to the table, and I think the potential issue was, well, if the whole point of this is to be like the best versions of the original games, you're going to have people asking, well, why didn't you do anything to these other games? Because there is still a lot of work bringing that stuff in. Maybe not so much like Spinball, but like if you did Chaotix, for instance, you would have to build a 32X emulator from the ground up or source out, or however they do it over there. But also if you went like full on retro engine, then that's, you know, full on dev time. Like that's literally building a new game.
I would still say though that they should just include it anyway. Like obviously,
And I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you completely, because like in terms of, and I said this again, like I'm just repeating everything I said before Origins came out. There are very few chances to re-release the very obscure elements of Sonic's history, and I felt like Origins was trying to be like, yeah, we don't want to embarrass ourselves though. We're showing you why Sonic,
the best foot forward.
yeah, like why Sonic's a household name, and they still fucking stumbled. So if they can't get that right, then at least make up for it with content, like the fucking other collections did. So like, yeah, bring Chaotix as an unlockable. Who gives a shit?
It would have been cool if they did an unlockables. That would have made the most sense.
The thing is,
Because then it would kind of like it would kind of and like the Game Gear games or whatever, or the Master System games, it would kind of justify like the fact that they wouldn't be like from the ground up remasters. They would just be like the ROMs or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're just unlockables. You know, they're not like a selling point to the game.
I have to wonder if, again, like I don't know how game dev works. Like I don't know if they'd be like incompatible engines or anything like that, because like
Nick,
the A2, yeah.
They did it on the fucking GameCube. PS2.
No, I know,
Like-
but I'm just trying to give any kind of benefit of the doubt as to why they don't have like the A2 games in there at the very least.
Like you can play Doom like in Doom. So
the thing I was gonna kind of say as well is like I don't think this can do anything but underwhelm me full stop, because like the original vanilla version promised these new definitive ways to play these games. They're celebrated, they're better than ever before, and if we don't take into account the downgraded elements, on a whole, it was just kind of underwhelming as like oh, these games are back, what new twists have they done? They barely did shit, you know?
The answer is they don't work right.
The majority,
That's the twist.
all I wanted was the mobile Sonic 2.
the majority of the good
And
shit...
I couldn't even get that.
The majority of the good shit that was added was just stuff by Powerhouse Animation. And it's like, you know, I'd still take things like the Knuckles Divergence short over just fucking tacking on animations to these original games that don't look like they were even remotely part of the same package.
Knuckles Stage.
I just, it's just, yeah, the original version of it was just fucking underwhelming, and I don't see how a plus can be anything but more underwhelming. Like, you can add little characters.
It's more. That's what the plus is. It's more underwhelming.
Plus more disappointment. No, like you can add playable characters to your heart's content. You can, I mean, like, playable characters would just go a long way. But like,
Mighty and Ray,
there's just like,
especially Ray.
Yeah.
if
Oh
they
my god.
if they wanted to do definitive, updated versions of these games, just something Maniafied would have done it for me. And that obviously is a lot more work, bigger undertaking, but I think
I think Mighty and Ray would be pretty cool.
it'd be pretty cool.
Retro
but, like,
engine.
I can't
They
think
could do
of,
it.
Yeah,
I can't think of anything that would make me buy this game again. You know, like that's what I'm trying to think is like, what could they include to get me
I mean,
to buy it again?
I can put it on a
I
cartridge.
Put on what now?
I mean, that's the thing. Like, here's the thing. Like, this is the embarrassing thing about me. Like, been debating, Zelda prices, but I still have the collector's edition pre-ordered. I'm talking about like how disappointed I was in Origins. I bought it day one. If I get it again on a cartridge, I might buy it. It depends on what that plus is, though, because like I already expect the to be disappointed a bit in 3, but it's still playable though.
Yeah, but that's also, it's like games that have already proved themselves and games that like you have personal like history with.
Yeah,
right.
It's not like just a random physical game.
I'm also kind of just going from the perspective of like someone that doesn't necessarily care about having something on their shelf or not, or whatever. Is like I just can't see anything. Like I guess if they said, "Oh yeah, we're adding little 16-bit pixelized playable versions of like Shadow or something," that might raise an eyebrow out of me, because that is like, whoa, that's brand new shit right there.
Shadow in Sonic 1 type of shit.
Yeah, if they did something like that, that might raise an eyebrow. But like, they're not gonna do that because they're so fucking rigid in their "this is the classic stuff and this is the modern stuff" ideology.
I feel like Mighty and Ray could be a thing.
Yeah, I do too. I think
Especially because it wouldn't really take much work.
No,
it's not like Amy. I don't think there's going to be an Amy. That's not.
I would say like that would be the priority for me though. Like that would make me buy it again.
But they're not going to do that. Like,
yeah, no one wants to play as a girl anyway. So like,
that's crazy. Yeah, she said it in video.
They didn't want to put like, they didn't put effort into the actual product. They are not going to create a new character with its own moveset and physics, and they're not going to.
And Amy's moveset and physics are going to be the most complicated anyway because of the Pico hammer stuff.
Yeah,
well, that's another thing. Like palette.
I mean, fan games have done it.
Like fucking playable Metal Sonic, even if he just controls like regular Sonic, would be something.
Yeah, fans do what Nintendo don't.
Yeah,
you know what? Let's move a little bit away from the realistic expectations, because I think we've all been burnt.
These
pretty
are
fucking
realistic.
bad.
Fucking Sega's not gonna do that shit, man.
No. Let's move away from it and actually talk a little bit more about like what would make us buy this, what we would actually love to have from this. Because for me, if there was a plus, I don't think there was a great deal added to Mania, but they still went out of their way to actually fix up bosses and had 2 new playable characters. For Mighty and
Ray made me play that game 2 more times.
I think my top priority for me is Metal and Amy. That would make me buy the game. Like an officially, because like I played Metal before in ROM hacks, but like an officially sanctioned Metal Sonic going through the old games. And if they actually did like a proper like rush mode with Metal, I said it before, like my wild and crazy idea would be like make Metal race you throughout all the fucking games.
That's
make him race.
I mean,
Sega
you already have like such a good opportunity for that with the fucking time stones anyway. If you wanted, used to have the other characters show up in games they weren't previously in.
When Sega hear you and they include Sonic 4 episode Metal.
You know what I want? In Sega CD, when you're using the Japanese soundtrack, I want to be able to choose the instrumental versions of Believe in Yourself, because I fucking hate the vocal tracks in that song.
You know what, Wayne? I feel you. Like I feel like it's important to preserve games to their original intention, but also like.
I mean, you'd be
the option would be nice.
Yourself.
Would be cool, but it would never happen. If they did, this would never. This is just a thought in my head, because it would never happen. But like for example, like Sonic 2 HD.
Yeah.
So like something like that, like a graphical overhaul.
Yeah, this is what I'm fucking saying.
Where you can toggle between that and the, just like in like Halo or Perfect Dark or
just
whatever.
An overhaul of sorts, something to make
that
this collection
that would have justified Origins. Yeah, I mean that would. I mean I would. How many times I bought those games? I'd lose my fucking mind, and I've been wanting this forever for the old school games that come back. Like make the cover art playable. Make that old school Sega fucking Sonic art playable.
I mean,
I wasn't talking about the American one. I'd take it though.
Okay.
That's another thing.
Like,
I was recently playing like some Sonic Mania mods. I played this thing called the Misfits Pack, which had like a labyrinth zone in it. And like it came complete with graphical overhauls. The level design was like massively improved. I was playing it, I was like, holy fuck, I'm having fun with Labyrinth Zone. So it just
Labyrinth.
Got me thinking, why can't we just have this? just fucking maniaify the Sonic games. Like, give them, for any level that wasn't fun, make it fun, you know? Because otherwise, you're just, hey, we're bringing back Sonic 1 and everything that sucked about it. Fucking, yeah, give us new Sonic 1. Give us replacement Sonic, better Sonic 1. A good
That's Sonic
1 at home.
I'm sorry, I still think preserving the games as they are is...
Well, yeah, do that.
Up
But
priority.
do that, but I'm just saying.
I like Sonic 1.
What do you mean? There's a classic mode.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's have, like, preservation modes, and that's why I'm saying make classic mode have, like, the toggleable letterbox or the fucking health system or whatever. But then for anniversary mode, go ham and do something awesome.
I mean, at that point, if you're starting to actually rebuild Sonic 1 to a whole new game, just make Mania 2.
No, because if they release Mania 2...
I wonder if they'll do like a... I wonder if they'll do like an encore mode.
No, but if they release Mania 2
Yeah.
with Green Hill Zone, Marble Zone, fucking Spring Yard Zone, blah blah, all in that order, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
I'm sorry if you give me an encore mode and I just get to play a palette swapped Sonic 2, I'm paying $40 for it.
And you actually mentioned this before, Pup. You mentioned this a long time ago when we were actually expressing our frustrations with Origins, and I thought this was a brilliant idea. But just a simple addition, like simple additions here and there from the later games, added back into Sonic 1, I think would make it worth playing again. So again, new playable characters, I think, make those experiences more interesting, as Tails and Knuckles are playable in that one. But also the Bubble Shield in Labyrinth.
Yeah, I mean, they have that, but it's in a cheat menu. Like, make that the thing, you know? Make that the whole thing.
I'd make that the anniversary mode. That's what I would do with anniversary mode. And I probably would have, like, I keep thinking, like, I hate that the live system's taken out of that.
It drives me crazy.
It drives me crazy. And I'm trying to think, like, I do still like the unlocking tokens. I wish there was just different kinds of unlocks instead of just fucking... the same music.
It sucks because
Do you want coins in Sonic?
I literally play worse because I know there's no stakes.
You know what the thing is though? Like, if you're gonna copy Mario so hard, like do what they did with Mario Bros. Deluxe. Add in like the Yoshi coins or shit like that. I loved doing that with the original Mario game. Just do that with red star rings. I mean, have them track them down. Make it unlockable. Don't earn the coins. Track that shit down in the levels. That would make it way more fun. Out of gun, yeah.
That's my favorite part of like newer Mario games.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Because Mario games are pretty fucking easy.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to complete them, then they become difficult. Because a lot of those like extra collectibles, even if you see them, a lot of times they're just hard to nab.
I mean, Yoshi alone, the Yoshi series, Jesus Christ.
Yoshi overdoes it.
I agree.
I
completely agree. Yeah. I hate how technical it is.
That's why I like Woolly World, because Woolly World is not like that. It's way more reasonable. And also you can use that one badge that like lets you, if you're like missing anything, it helps you find it or whatever. So it's way more doable. Games like Yoshi's Island, like I fucking fuck that. It's just
I'm Yoshi's Island. Everything. It's one of my favorite games ever, but like be honest with you, Gilly, after your Yoshi retrospective, I tracked down DS, and I just got in the mail the fucking Super Scope and Yoshi's Safari. So I'm going to try that sometime this weekend, because you kind of unlocked a memory in my brain where I remember being a child being like, I want to try that, but this is out of reach.
Yoshi Safari is so fun.
It looks super fun. It always looked fun. It looked like a brand new gaming experience, but like I didn't when that first came out, I didn't have an SNES or a Genesis, and when I finally a couple years later got one for Christmas, the choice was clear. Like I was going to get the Genesis first. So yeah, it just fell off for me, but I've been enjoying some Yoshi after your video. It's been fucking fun.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
the one like.
Why don't you go? Do you know Mike Bonsai Pop?
No.
Yeah.
Nick, we hung out with Bonsai Pop at the.
We met him at TMG.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys see his recent trip to Five Guys?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Wait, the thing in the Didn't he have like a thing in his burger?
The roach
Yeah.
burger, yes.
Yeah.
That was guy number 6.
Oh no, that's too many guys.
I don't know, man. That you don't know that's a one-time thing. That's just the one time it was noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever saw the extra guy. You know what I will say? I feel like in theory I like Five Guys, but in practice, it's very bland burger.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something a little bit daring here. I think most burger places are kind of bland.
Yeah, In-N-Out tastes like trash.
I think it
You know
tastes
who has it?
okay, and I think most burgers just taste okay.
But
You know
there's
who has
also
a really good burger though. Taco Mac has a really good burger though.
I miss
dude, I'm telling you, Del Taco burgers.
They're not bad. Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a Del
yeah.
Taco down the street from me. I might actually go try that today.
Del Taco burger is like a hidden. You don't see anybody talk about it because
Is it a hidden gem on the PS1?
Yes, it is a hidden gem.
And nobody don't talk about it because most of the Del Taco menus fucking trash. So
Chicken
It's
soft
garbage.
taco from Del Taco is delicious.
chicken soft taco from Del Taco is a chicken nugget that they took from the Walmart frozen
It is-
section.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
put
It
a-
is
you're-
delicious.
You're
It's
right.
fucking
It is
garbage.
it is a chicken nugget. It is terrible, but I raise you their fried shrimp tacos.
I'm just gonna grill my own chicken, man.
Did
I'm
you
trying
ever
to do
get-
better?
They got crinkle cut fries.
Gross.
I
It's
hate
not
crinkle-
the 80s. Who gives a shit about
I
that
hate
anymore?
crinkle cut fries.
They're so gross.
They got a good burger.
Curly
What?
fries, baby. It's texture,
It's
baby.
it's
not.
texture is-
Texture's way different. It's not the
It's
same
not.
thing.
There's no.
It's not.
It's not.
Here we go
It's
again.
not the same
Pup,
thing.
this is the same. Pup, this is the Oreo conversation all over again.
Just shut your fucking mouth. Yes, you were. You were wrong.
You are completely wrong. And this is not a potato thing this time.
No, we
No.
didn't. That's what you said. And also, you said that no matter how much Oreo filling you put in an Oreo, it's still good because it's good. Well, you can't just because you add more of it. No.
This
you're-
dish right
you're-
here
listen,
would
I'm
just
going
fry
to
a
put-
potato. You just take a whole ass potato, throw it in a fryer, and be like, that's a
It's
pretty
the
good
same
fry.
thing.
Doesn't matter how much filling's in
It's
here.
just
Hey.
like French fries.
so
This
so
piece
so
of shit.
so,
So wait,
so
there's
you're
no
saying there's
difference in
too
your
much
mind.
of it.
Why has my
Because there's a
microphone been
different
muted
amount
for
of it.
ages? What's
Pup is
going on
muted.
here?
Pup's been muted this whole time. What? Are you kidding?
Apparently so. Well, the point
Are
I
you
was
kidding? You've been doing this show for almost an hour.
No, I've been muted this whole time, have I? Have I been muted this whole time? Someone
But
please
they
tell
say
me.
Pup's coming. Hopefully it's just like. Hopefully it's just happened because like that is like nearly an hour where nobody caught you not talking.
That is
Don't worry,
hilarious.
guys. We'll fix it in the Sunset City Plus edition.
Wait,
It's
not,
okay, it's
way
it's
to not
okay.
contribute, Pup.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm sure Pup will make up for it by talking a lot.
Okay, so yes, I have this to add. Is that ultimately the shape of your fries don't matter so long as it's still made a good potato.
So I disagree, if only because like okay, so
You're
have you ever
wrong?
had like
'Cause
have
he's
you ever
wrong?
had Oh,
This
yeah,
dish here
the
is like he
preparation-
said. There's
the
no
preparation
difference between
matters.
Coke and Diet Coke.
There is no fucking difference. They're the exact same.
No, okay,
The-
wait.
the
Pup,
preparation
Pup,
matters.
Pup, Pup,
Okay.
Pup. Wait, Wayne, can I say one thing? I'm sorry to
Go,
interrupt.
go for it. You're
I
fine,
have
you're
to call
fine.
Pup an idiot.
Okay.
Pup,
What?
have you ever heard of something called? Did you ever hear of something called New Coke?
I have. I've never tried
Okay,
it.
it didn't. Okay, everybody thought it tasted like shit, and nobody liked it.
Okay.
Right.
Placebo
Which is why they
effect.
brought back the original Coca-Cola and renamed it Coca-Cola Classic.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Coca-Cola New Coke was based on the flavor profile of Diet Coke.
Which is
Diet
the
Coke
same.
and Coca-Cola
So
are
it's
two
a
fundamentally
placebo.
different
It's a fucking
sodas.
placebo effect
no.
is what it is.
So with New Coke there was a placebo thing because when in blind taste tests, a lot of people actually prefer New Coke to Coca-Cola Classic.
Right, it's like when
But-
they had that focus
but
group come in and try
if you
Windows
do it-
Vista.
But if
But
you
that-
do a blind taste test on Coke, Diet Coke, and Coke Zero, They all have very different flavors.
Well, here's
Yes.
the thing: is we
We-
did a blind taste test, Nick and I. I think we did it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and you could tell the difference.
Pup,
I,
if you
I
can't-
said I could tell
Pup,
the difference.
if you
It's
can't
just
tell the
negligible.
difference,
It doesn't fucking matter.
Pup,
It's the
if you
exact
think-
fucking same drink.
Pup, if you think first of all, forget the flavor. If you think that that sugar and high fructose corn syrup tastes anything like fucking aspartame, you're out of your
Wait,
mind.
no, I remember now.
Aspartame tastes better.
My assessment was that there is something of a difference, but the hatred for Diet Coke is forced and corny.
Oh, well, I agree with that.
That is an entirely different conversation.
No, it's the same. It's the same. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to say the difference,
How is that the same conversation?
It's the
Between
same,
your
man.
fucking taste in food and your opinions, your mouth is useless, is what I'm gaining from this. You piece of trash.
well,
I
I'm
don't know,
so
it does
mad.
make noise.
I'm
It makes
so
a lot of
mad.
noise.
well, you weren't saying that when I was sucking your dick back in the day, huh?
I think Wayne was saying something a long time ago. So
it was
Wayne?
about the fries.
Are you saying
It was
it's a
about
long
the
time
fries.
ago
I think we
because
might be
anytime-
past that.
Look, the
I'm
point I
on
was
with you,
trying to
Wayne.
make from the get-go is that the thing that would make me buy Sonic fucking Origins
Oh, right.
Plus
Sonic.
would be something that is not Sonic Origins Plus.
Oh, right.
Because
We're a Sonic podcast for the
I'm-
classic and modern age.
I feel like I'm done with Sonic 1, 2, 3, and fucking K. CD. Fuck. I just feel like
Katie.
I'm done with these games now. I've had enough of them. I've played them. I've had my fill. I can go back and play the ones I've got. I don't want to buy
shut
no
up. You
new...
play Sonic Generations
Shut
like every
your
fucking 12 minutes.
Stupid fat mouth. The point I'm
Sonic Generations was real good. I'm gonna play
The point I'm saying
I'm-
is,
I'm
I
sure that-
could go back and play the versions I got now. I don't need no plus bullshit. I don't need no fucking Origins 2, no fucking Mega Collection, this, that, or the other. I've got the ones I've got. I'm happy to stick with that. I don't need to buy these games again.
So you're saying that it's good, but within a certain concentrated quantity, it becomes a little too much, and it kind of changes your perception of
Well, no, because we're not talking about like how many times we're eating crinkle cut fries. We're talking about Wayne.
So when a crinkle cut fry versus like a string fry, which a string
No,
fry
because
is
the
much
crinkle
less
cut fry is
potato.
like a
Wait.
new
You
format,
know what I want to know?
It's the less
You know
potato
what
in
I
a
wanna
single
know?
bite. Why is
You know what? Wait. Pup. Do you think that crinkle cut fries and curly fries are basically the same?
No. But the point I'm making here is to have such a fucking bilious fucking view towards one and to be like the other is great is corny. Like, no,
but hold on.
Prefer...
That's not what happened. That's not what happened initially. Initially, we literally
the
just said
conversation was whether or
are
not they were the
different.
same fucking thing.
What are you
we
even
just said
talking about?
they are
Crinkle cut
different,
fries
and you
are
said
stupid.
they're
What are
not
you talking
different.
about? No,
If you're
they're so different.
gaslighting
They
us,
couldn't be
you're
more
gaslighting
different.
us
They're
into
the most
thinking that it's
different
something
things
else.
I have ever eaten in my entire fucking life.
You
What are
can
talking
easily
about?
like shoestring fries and not like potato skins.
I put a hat
Yeah.
on my laptop. It looks really funny.
this bitch right here, like I like Coke. I think Diet Coke's disgusting. He's like, that's corny. The fuck does that even mean?
That is corny. Like, it's not
I like
disgusting.
Coke. It's not corny.
There's such a
Like,
negligible
Coke and I think
difference.
regular
that-
I
Coke's
mean,
it's not a
disgusting.
deal.
What do you
Diet
want
Coke
from
is
us?
fucking Diet Coke's fucking disgusting.
That's
I'd rather
corny.
drink water.
disgusting. It's aspartame.
You're being corny. The point I'm trying
You
to
don't
make...
even know what the word means.
That's not
You
what that
fucking
means.
word.
That's not what that
Bloody
means.
doing.
That's not what that means.
That's not what that means.
Is this like when you use the word contemporary as a filler word? I remember that.
Explain me.
Because I remember that.
Okay, listen. Explain me what you think corny means. All right.
Lame.
Yeah, you're
means
being
lame.
lame is what I'm fucking saying. It's like when people are like, oh, I love me some Coca-Cola, but then they get Diet Coke. A slight negligible difference. This
It's
is
not
disgusting.
slight.
I
No,
hate
it's
it.
not
It's
slight.
not slight
Oh,
negligible.
It's
It is
so
night and
little
day.
different.
Well, no,
It's night
that's
and
still not
day.
how normal
It's more like
people
night
regular
and
people
fucking
enjoy
slightly
disagree.
later in the night.
You
is what
you
it
know what
is.
the what the problem is here? The problem is here is that you're British and your fucking taste buds don't work.
This has nothing to do. Listen, you want to talk to me about food? You go
You eat
chlorinate
fucking
those.
you beans on toast.
Yeah, you eat fucking
You guys
chlorinated
eat
chicken
like
with
a
fucking
psychopath.
chemicals all
entree.
over that fucking shit, man. Our food standards are higher.
No,
Okay.
they or not.
They
I've
do. No,
seen
no,
shit.
as in, like,
I've seen the shit your friends have been sharing on Facebook. Don't you love the card?
no,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
sent you
for
a
fuck's sake.
picture of tripe because I myself and all of I mentioned British people around me thought that the tripe looked fucking disgusting. But ultimately, if you get a roast chicken in the UK versus a roast chicken in the USA, the UK one is likely to have less foreign bodies and fucking chemicals and chlorination to it. Unless you are to pay premiums in the USA to be devoid of those. That's what I'm saying when I say the UK
What?
food standards are higher.
What?
Yes, yeah, but here,
What
but in the UK,
chemicals?
in
That
the
means
UK,
nothing.
in the UK though, they purchase the chicken and then they just like boil it
No, you
and then
don't.
stick it on a plate next to some like cottage cheese or something weird, and then they go, it's a British tradition.
No, they fucking don't. What fucking British? You've never even been to England.
I just
Listen,
made up.
all
I just made up a fucking British dish that sounds like it's real.
Listen, listen.
I will
I'm technically the most educated on this because I've been to both the States and the UK. How many of you people here have been to the UK?
What do you mean, you people?
You people.
I know better.
You fucking creatures. You fucking degenerates. Tell me.
My uncle's British.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you are though,
I've
does
had
it?
their
So come
cooking. No,
If-
no, but it means I've had his cooking.
If Britain's so great, why'd you leave?
on. I'm still here, fucker.
We're Americans. We left. I mean,
I-
long time
yeah,
ago, back before
all
we
I'm
were
saying-
born.
Yeah, which
All
reminds me
I'm
that you
saying
guys
is
aren't
that
even a
the,
real nationality. You're just fucking
the
English
highest-
people that decided they were different.
It is quite funny that there's so much shit talk about America, but we're only here because we were in England and we're like, this sucks.
So you
Actually, to be
admit
fair,
that
though,
you're
you know what
not
that
a real
means, right?
nationality, right?
You know what that means, right? That means
What?
that means we're Britain at home, Gilly. We're Britain at home.
I'm Italian.
Surely by definition,
Cool.
you're Britain at home.
Do
That sounds about to me.
Do you cook?
I
it?
want. You do cook it. I actually really want to try your pizza, Gilly. I'm so excited for your pizza journey. I wanted to do that like 2 years ago, and I'm so excited to see you on it.
Oh, I still gotta
cook
get
it
you
at
to
pizza.
mix me
Well,
a drink.
here's the problem because I've known how to make pizza since I was a kid, like pizzeria quality pizza. The problem
Yeah.
is doing it in a home oven sucks ass.
Yeah.
You need
So,
like a
like,
dedicated like pizza kind of stone thing, right? Like
Yeah, but it's a steel. It's like a
Food
it's like a-
podcast for the crinkle and curly age.
all I'm saying is that people living in England and being accustomed to their high food standards made them the greatest sailors in the world.
So I would really love Amy to be in Plus. That's my opinion.
oh, we are past the Rubicon.
Oh,
now.
Nick, I want
No,
Sonic the Plus to only
We're
have
bringing
5 days in
We'll
it.
bring it. We're bringing it back. We had our chaos for a
just
second.
add Ray and Mighty, and it's Sonic 5 guys.
You know what?
We
Just
will get-
release Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2 again and call it a day.
I'm genuinely curious. I want to know what like your big pie in the sky like this would make me buy the game again.
I've told
especially
you, being
you,
a
Pup.
different
Nick,
fucking
Nick,
game. Full stop.
Nick, I can't actually answer that question in a way that you want me to.
Why?
Because all they would have had to do is put the original game on a cartridge and I would have bought it. So
I get that because that would be enough for me with Sonic 3 Knuckles, but they couldn't even manage
Do you
that.
not already own
Okay,
the games
do you
on
want? Do you
cartridge?
want? Do you want?
I'd
Do you want a
take
big pie in the sky thing that's never going to happen? But you
Give
know
it
what?
to me.
Fuck it, I'll throw it. Okay, fine.
Communism in America.
We get to play. I am once again asking you, Gilly the Kid. Oh, wow. Communism, just a week away. No. You know what? Give me a version of Sonic 1, 2, and 3 where Eggman just runs through and uses the Egg Walker to take the entire fucking place over.
I've been down with that. Capturing
know what,
that mod where he's running around with a fucking butterfly net catching animals.
Just do that. Let's get the precursor. This is the prologue to everyone. Why are there so many badniks around? Eggman was in his egg walker running around with a fucking butterfly net, grabbing bunnies and stuffing them in robots.
So fucking
Because
funny.
it's so early in the timeline, it should be the egg crawler. He hasn't yet learned.
He hasn't quite learned how to walk.
using the Eggmobile like at a proper like here's what drives me crazy about these, because like every time Kirby re-releases a game, you expect something fucking amazing, and they're re-releasing the Wii game, and like they did way back with Kirby's Adventure, there's like brand new powers, there's a brand new mode where you're playing one of the villains. Like that remake looks so fucking tasty, and like what's the excuse for old Genesis games that have already been ported to the retro engine for fucking mobile and been sitting there for years untouched? Like, what's the excuse?
Make Hypersonic playable in all games.
Fuck yeah!
No,
He gets it!
have the balls to decanonize it. Take him out of Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I'm pretty sure Hypersonic has already been decanonized.
No, as
Sonic just bring
in
it in.
completely erase him from history by wiping him out of Sonic 3.
No.
Take away all
Here,
the things. You know what?
How's
Take
the
away
cur-
all the things Nick likes, and then I'll
You know
buy
what?
the game.
Cap
And you know what?
Sonic. You know what? Cap
know
that
what?
hedgehog. Kill Sonic. Let him
Sonic.
die.
Let him
Give
just,
it- you know what- you know
put
what
him
would
in
make me
a
buy this game?
wheelchair for the entire game.
Give me a version of Sonic 1, 2, and 3 and Knuckles where all the green is stripped out, so it can just be a version that Nick personally won't like.
Give
Look
Sonic
a lot
pink
more
eye.
like Sandhill Zone.
No, you know what? You know what? I always dreamt of this as a kid, is like fully 3D recreations of the classic Sonic games. That would have been cool. But now you can play them like never before in 2D. Hooray!
I was telling you, open world Angel Island, I'd lose my fucking mind. But
Open zone.
just talking about these games, I mean, like, I think the framework for a playable Amy is already there, even if they'd have to build it from the ground up. Like, the advanced games have proven they can make that work very easily. I miss playable Amy.
Whether it's whelming or not, even if it's just a Sonic reskin, you know, it's better than nothing.
Give me Sonic 1 with Big the Cat.
God damn it.
Do
I
a
want-
version where all of the games have the wrong title screen. So you boot up Sonic 1 and it has the Sonic 3 titles.
What if they did like
that
a
just
crazy
sounds like a bad
mix-up? Like
creepypasta.
I think like Mega Man's done like weird mix-ups of like bosses and shit like that.
That's the
Like
point,
do
yeah,
some
you could-
crazy stuff like that.
They could have like a shuffle mode where it will just take you to a random level. And you play like a mix and match Sonic game. So it could be like
Sonic,
you
it's
start...
Sonic, but every time you touch a ring, the game changes to
No,
a
but
different
these are all
Sonic.
things that would at least help make it worth a price tag. Like,
I mean, if you take one of the egg robos and you put them in a separate Eggmobile, right?
no, that's
and, like-
shit.
That'd be fucking crazy. Like if you had like the fucking ball swinging bullshit, or make that toy that
The
stupid
ball swinging
Eggman toy.
bullshit. Ladies and
The
gentlemen,
toy,
the
like
show
he
has
can do
ended.
multiple things. The ball swinging bullshit.
The ball
Just have these
swinging
two
bullshit.
big
Jason,
hanging nuts.
Can I beat Sonic 2 without touching a ring mode?
They,
Beat
like,
Sonic without touching a badnik.
They should do that, like Sonic 1, right? But the level terrain is entirely spikes, so every time you drop your rings, you just have to keep picking them back up again. But
They
you're
should canonize
constantly-
Sonic XL. That's what they should do.
God damn it, Nick! No.
They make the onion rings.
Sonic,
He just
Wait.
gets fatter with every ring he
Sonic
gets.
the very useful engine.
Oh my fucking god.
The Sonic the
that's-
Hedgehog.
And he's
is,
rolling around, but not as a ball.
No, but like my idea for like a
Oh
shuffle,
no, he's rolling around as a ball, all right.
my idea for like a shuffle mode would like be like you get 7 stages or whatever. And it could be that you start off in Spring Yard and then the next level is fucking Flying Battery or something like that. It just shuffles any of the levels around and you basically
Yeah.
get a weird mix and match experience out of it, which ends up being its own little foreign Sonic game.
I just think it'd be really cool, like even like a boss mode, like a harder boss mode where like I'm thinking of like the Starlight boss, the Starlight Zone, where you just have the seesaws. What if you don't have ground under the seesaws? What if you can only stay on them through the whole
I
boss
hate
fight?
that so much. That's awful.
This sounds like a Mario Maker level now. I'm in.
What about like
Sonic
a
Maker. Super Sonic Maker.
They should do
Why
a,
do we not have a Sonic Maker?
They should do a Frontier mode
Because
where you
somebody
get-
is making Sonic Studio and it looks fucking incredible.
You should get a Frontier mode where you can like fucking do combat moves and shit on the badniks.
Yeah, that's what Sonic needs.
Wouldn't that slow down those games?
Yeah.
Like a
Sure
lot?
would.
Slow enough as it fucking is. At least now I can get a fucking dopamine rush from punching things.
I feel like
have you
I feel
considered
like you
Just
just
play
have a lot
Sonic
of
Run. That's all you want. Just play
pent-up
Sonic Run.
aggression.
The first
You have a
Sonic-
lot
the
of
first
pent-up
Sonic I'm
aggression,
talking
young
about.
man. You just need to hit something.
The fucking first Sonic I'm talking about. The others are fine. The first Sonic, just fucking scrap that entire fucking game altogether. Fuck it.
It's a good game.
Hey,
It's
I
a
mean,
fine
Nick and I
game.
got
It's a
pretty
good game.
far.
It's a good beginning. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like I would like to see a version that puts in the level design philosophy of the later games.
You know what? You know what drives me nuts?
Wayne,
Oh,
what drives you nuts?
Stevie. Oh, I can't wait to read that super chat.
What grinds your gears?
Go on.
Okay, so like, I'm not gonna get too deep into this. I was trying to watch
what
Matt
she
Pett's
said.
little like video about the Sonic lore or whatever in
Oh
Frontiers.
God, we could have talked about that.
Yeah, but like the only thing that got me was like him talking to. It was like he echoed a sentiment that I hear a lot of people have, where he's just like, yeah, imagine them trying to like do. This has never been a story heavy series like Sonic tried to do story, and I'm just sitting here like they've been doing that since game one. That was what set them apart, was that Sonic had a plot.
No, what set them apart was ramps, man.
Well, okay, you know that too, but it was an element that contributed. You know what I mean, though.
As it
It's
went,
like-
as it went on, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Like, there's a
Yeah.
reason why Sonic 3 is a bigger deal to me than the Mario games of the day, because while
Yeah.
it's thin, it's there. You care
Sonic-
about what's happening with those characters.
Sonic 2 alone, I mean, I've said it before, that game is a rock opera. And, like, that's what the end of that game is to me, is when that music kicks in as you're destroying the Death Egg, and you're just, like, descending down, and it's, like, this event.
Nah, that didn't
like,
happen.
that, you didn't get that shit from Mario.
No, it full stop didn't fucking happen, mate. Like, you're imagining Sonic 2. Sonic 2
I'm
had no
gonna
plot.
give.
Was there not
I'm
a
gonna
Sonic 2?
No, there's no plot in Sonic 2, mate. Like, none.
Have we just been talking about the one Genesis game for, like, the past, like,
No,
30 years?
there's no plot in the classic.
I mean,
Sonic
apparently
games.
Pup doesn't exist, so you know.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh my God, why did you just give me a reality worth imagining?
Oh no.
Oh,
Kidding.
We love you, Pup.
I'm gonna say, and I put this out here last time we talked about fucking Origins. My pie in the sky would be like, give me a retro engine spinball. And we talked about that last week too. That would be fucking incredible. That'd be wild. And then make all the different Sonic sprites playable across all the games. Give me fucking Spinball Sonic, because that is a Mohawk Sonic. That sprite set. Put him in the regular games. That'd be amazing. And then make Knuckles playable in Spinball. Can't do anything different. Who gives a shit? I don't care. It's amazing. Knuckles in everything. And then that makes Sally canon. So yeah, what about you guys? Wayne, you've been kind of quiet. What is there anything that would make you double dip in Origins?
So the instrumental version of "Believe in Yourself," that's the big one. That's important. Shit.
You okay, Wayne?
Chaotix. You know what? You know what? You know
Yeah.
what? No, go the full fucking mile. Chaotix, but also do the other classic games that we just haven't gotten. Do Sonic R. Like do like Sonic the Fighters. Make it a compilation of the other collections that were better. Like just give us shit, dude. Like just
Give us
pack
shit.
it. Yeah, you know what I mean though? It's like
You know what
just
would make
give
me
us the
buy it?
Sonic franchise pre-adventure.
Just not even like an untouched version of the Sonic World from Sonic Jam. I would buy it in a heartbeat.
Give us the Sonic Jam like hub worlds.
And they gave us some fucking music. I thought they were going to give that to us, man. That camera makes me so fucking angry. I'm so
Yeah.
mad at that camera.
You know what would you know what would make me double dip and buy that game again? If they fucking tried.
No.
No.
No?
They can't-
Oh,
they
okay.
can't.
Well,
They can't try.
or
Trying is
you
hard.
know what? Or at least allow the team that they've got working on it to try. Cuz like that's the thing that irks me the most about Origins is it feels like a testament to like Sega's poor planning and their inability to properly equip the teams that they're dropping these tasks on. I don't blame the devs. I blame Sega.
I'm going to blame the devs a little bit.
Okay, I'm just
I
like,
will at least,
It's
you know, let
not
me
the
rephrase that.
devs who
The
developed them.
leadership of the devs. I'm going to blame the leadership of the devs because they've been
that's
the most consistent thing in the Sonic franchise. Like everyone talks about the different eras. That's fine. It's usually been run by the same few fucking people all these years, though. So
yeah. Man, I want, I want, I want a, I want a compilation game that doesn't feel like it has caveats. I said this with like Persona 3 Portable coming out recently, and how frustrating like that whole situation makes me. I'm gonna try not to go on too much of a tangent here, but it's like we have the original PS2 version, and FES, and those I think are the superior ports of the game to in some areas versus the portable version, which doesn't let you run around in the world and stuff like that, and tapers everything down to this like dating sim visual novel, which just feels cheap. But then they added in all these elements of like actually being able to control your party members during the game and stuff like that. But then they also like kneecapped all of the fucking cutscenes in the game, and they couldn't redo a bunch of the much superior hand drawn animated cutscenes for the portable version, because the portable version also had an extra campaign with a whole new character that changes the dynamic of a bunch of shit. That's what I mean, though, is that there's no good version. There's no like definitive. There's no like this one is better than the others, and this is the version. Everything has an asterisk. Everything has caveat, and I want a collection of the Sonic games that doesn't have that shit.
I don't blame you in the slightest, and it shouldn't be that hard. Like even like you take Persona aside, you take any of these other ones aside, like Kirby's a big deal, Metroid's a big deal, but like Sonic is still a big fucking deal. It's the old games. They've always re-released the old games. Just do it right. It's not that hard. I believe in you guys. Do it right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know, man.
I get you.
I want a Sonic Origins game that was treated like Sonic Prime Remastered.
God damn.
God damn. Why would you do this? I don't
Suris,
understand.
Did you have? I mean, I don't know if we interrupted your crazy thoughts for what you wanted for Plus.
I mean, realistically, it's just the realistic stuff is give us the other playable characters that matter. The pie in the sky shit is give us wacky ass characters that have no business being in here. Give us a shooting mode with Gamma. Give us a version where we can play as Omega and just beat the crap out of Badniks. Give us a version where we can play as Eggman running around, like starting the actual crises in these areas. Like I know that's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. But it would be really funny. It would be really funny too.
Yeah, I really wish they had the courage to like originally be like, all right, you get the story mode and you get classic modes, and they were the actual original classic games. And story mode didn't have credits between every fucking level. That's just ridiculous. Like every time you beat a game, they would still like throw the credits and everything in. Like you should have had one.
We completely missed the fucking point on that one.
Yeah, like they should have just had that like the straight playthrough area, and then you unlock anniversary mode, which has the. That's where you can really tinker around, like what like Pup was saying earlier. Like that's where you can really play around with different modes. I felt like that should have been unlockable. And yeah, pie in the sky. Let's get fucking crazy outside of retro engine spinball, retro engine fucking chaotix, and then get rid of the fucking wristband. Just get rid of the ring garbage.
Wouldn't that be interesting to get a redone version of that game where you actually have like classic mode uses the wristband, but then a regular mode just completely nixes it 100%?
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, I would take effort. That'd be weird.
The games deserve it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, I hate that we look at this like we should be more excited for a re-release, because like if we had the podcast going when Mania and Mania Plus were coming out, we'd have had a completely different conversation back then. Like, oh shit, this great game is coming back. What cool things are they adding? What do you think Encore mode is? That cool stuff. And I think for like a $5 add-on, it turned out okay. It turned out fine. yeah, like if we're following that mindset of what it is, I really do hope, like with this extra time, make Amy playable. Like even if Mighty and Ray don't show up, like if you're gonna make Plus its own thing for this collection, give that girl the attention she deserves. Like they keep trying to make her a more important character, then fucking do it. Like own up. Make her a proper playable fucking character. Make her matter in this universe.
Huh?
I don't know what he's doing.
You mean Channel Bun?
Everyone says he's a bunny. I don't see him anywhere.
Who
What are
is
they
this
talking about?
Pup person of which you speak?
Oh, I was I was way behind on the. I have the YouTube page up. So everyone's saying Channel Bun. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't.
I don't know what this is. I don't know what this whole fucking shtick is.
What shtick? What are we talking about?
What is that voice? What the fuck is that?
Don't give it attention. Don't give it attention. Don't
Hello,
look at it.
everybody. I
Don't
just
look at
got
it.
back from the toilet.
Hello, Channel Bun.
If we ever get
Suris,
Stevie on this fucking
I'm
channel
glad
and
you
she
remember me.
sees this.
The others seem
I-
quite
I-
confused.
I think Stevie was already commenting on it in the chat.
Yeah, no, she was like, "What's up, Channel Pup? Something looks good. What's up?"
Yeah.
Oh God. So, Pup got canceled over Diet Coke, so he rebranded.
Oh, so this is new Pup.
I don't know
This
who
is Channel
Pup
Bun.
person is that you were talking about. I am the third key member. Have been for many a year now, and yes, it's been a good time.
When Gilly
So-
gets quiet, you know he's just tired.
So you know what's gonna happen now is the next time we all get together, we're putting Pup in a bunny suit.
I'm not touching him. This is not happening. Will anyone have anything to say in terms of like what we want from Plus? Because it sounds like we're less excited and more just like,
Tired?
how dare you? More than anything else.
Tired
Yeah.
is the word.
Yeah, it is. It is. So we covered very briefly. We covered Sonic Frontiers selling pretty damn well.
Yes.
We've covered. Oh my God, we've covered Origins Plus. Obviously, we have covered very briefly some other Sonic thing. Oh yeah, Ultimate being on Steam, and nobody really cares.
Yes.
Somebody mentioned in one of the super chats, so we'll circle back around to it. But apparently, there's a Sonic cookbook coming out.
Please give me a
Yep.
carrot.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's enough of that. That's
All
enough of
right.
that. Just not funny. It's just not funny. I think it's time we all sat you down and told you that voice is not funny.
Why? It's not a rat. It's not what rabbits sound like. They don't sound like that.
Have you ever
There's-
heard a rabbit death yell?
You know,
Yeah.
that's what I thought when I watched Daffy
I wish
Duck and
I
Bugs
wish I
Bunny
would
as
hear
well.
whatever it is. I want to hear it now.
It is horrifying.
It's actually fairly close to what Pup is doing, to be fair.
Yes.
No, it actually kind of sounds like like the Game Boy Advance sound chip.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
I think we covered plenty of Sonic already. I do kind of want to talk a little bit more about the Nintendo Direct real quick before we start reading super chats. Because I did stream it the other day, and Wayne was with me, and then I just heard him
When
lose
Twitter
his fucking
broke?
mind. Yeah. Wayne,
Yeah.
can you give us a few thoughts about this whole Metroid thing you got going on right now?
Oh, Metroid. I thought we were talking about Ghost Trick finally getting a port.
That's wild. And Fidel, I remember like the day before called it. He didn't even, or did he call you like if Ghost Trick shows up, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, who
Yeah.
the fuck is thinking about Ghost Trick? Or
people
Samba
have been
Damn
asking
Amiibo.
about it for a
Or Samba
while.
Damn Amiibo. Who the, I like, of everything Sega could have done for that Direct, who
Yeah.
expected Samba to come back?
Do you
That was
think
a-
they're going to make a Samba de Amiibo?
Very missed opportunity if they didn't.
Oh,
It was honestly a really good direct.
it was. And Samba, starting off with Samba made me happy because it showed me Sega actually playing with another dead IP, which I didn't expect them to ever do
That'll
again.
stay dead.
It will. Don't get me wrong. I think Emmy and Trey are going to be the only ones that buy that game.
Where is
But,
Commodore 3?
I mean, to be fair, Namco did another collection of really obscure games they did the fucking GameCube RPGs. What are those called, Wayne?
Biting Kaidos. Holy shit! Like,
out of fucking nowhere.
yeah.
Holy shit.
So they're doing Katamari. We love Katamari, which is great.
Yes.
And then yeah, freaking Biting Kaidos. Like,
That's-
of all things.
Yeah. So I don't know how well Klonoa did for them numbers wise, but like the fact is, like, Namco is at least still doing re-releases of like their more obscure games that were still like beloved games, you know. And I love seeing them actually like taking the time to be like, hey, here are these games that are expensive as fuck nowadays on the secondhand market. Here's a chance for you to play it again without having to spend $500.
Yeah.
That's fucking rad.
Hey Sega, where's Skies of Arcadia?
I think that's what I wanted to talk about with Samba, because like I've not played the game, or it's Wii port, but like, I mean, if Samba's back, like, what? It's inevitable at some point, right? Like, they have to bring back Skies.
They have to, please. Oh my god.
Even as a port, they have to.
It's such a charming little fucking RPG. I absolutely adore it, and I don't understand why Dreamcast and GameCube, like two of the systems where shit is the most expensive on right now, is where those games are locked to forever.
I don't know. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I mean, both of those are like failures of systems, as beloved as they are.
Yeah.
Get those fucking games off of that. And they started to. I did not expect to see as much GameCube as we did, but we saw a lot of GameCube.
Speaking of GameCube,
right?
I got Metroid Prime.
The Nintendo shit cube.
Yeah, I can't wait to play it
I'm so happy.
when I can buy it.
Yeah. Are you waiting for the physical release?
Yeah.
Me
Yeah,
too.
That's
Mine
fair.
too.
I'm just double dipping. I already bought it digitally, and I'm just getting a physical release when it comes out. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
A million copies, best-selling game. Fucking, it's so goddamn good. This is the best looking game on the Switch, hands down. It's so beautiful.
It was the best looking game on the
What if
GameCube.
what if Metroid Prime
Yeah.
4 is not on the Switch?
I wouldn't hate that.
It's
I
at this
wouldn't
point,
hate that.
yeah, because at this point we're kind of reaching, unless
'Cause, like,
it
okay,
does
what if-
come out.
What I'm thinking is, what if, like, okay, so we don't have any information. We still don't have any information about anything.
Yeah, we know Retro's working on it, and they started over at one point.
We
like,
heard
that's
for
all we know.
years we heard about Metroid Prime trilogy being a thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What if they did or are remastering the other Metroid? Because it doesn't really make sense to just do the first one.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to, like, clearly it's because the new one is coming out. It doesn't make sense for them to just remaster the first one and then now play the fourth one. Like, it doesn't really make sense. What if they shadow drop this? So what if they do this with 2 and 3 on the Switch, and then they put 4 on whatever the next console is, which could also be backwards compatible and could play the remasters of the other games?
And they could also, like, if there's another system coming out in a couple of years, they could also pull a Wii and take the remastered trilogy, put it in a steelbook, and send on whatever next Nintendo console is. And I'd still buy it.
Yeah, dude, my thing is, like, I would not have understood the one at a time mentality if it weren't for the way this remaster is.
Because it's not
this
a port.
is no.
I mean, also they're like, oh, it's only $40, but also they're going to make more money if they do 3 different releases. So
right, yeah. My thing is just though it's like so like Skyward Sword HD, I would have been like much more accepting of, had that been, oh, they also did Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD, and they made those Switch compatible, and then they put Skyward Sword HD part of that package. Skyward Sword HD
without the bloom.
Yeah. God damn it! They have 2 completely different lighting systems working against each other in that game, and fuck it. Yeah, I don't. Skyward Sword HD. I like Skyward Sword a little bit more now after having played that. It's still, I think, the closest Nintendo's ever gotten to making a bad Zelda game, and And it's like I still think that what's on offer there doesn't really constitute a $60 remaster when the original game was sold for like 50.
Yeah.
And versus Metroid Prime, which I'm gonna try to do my own small video about this. This is a like breathtaking like remaster. This is the amount of work that went into this shit. Like it's not just
it's not even a isn't it like it's like an actual port, right?
No, it's not a port.
Or not like it was like it's not GameCube. It's
okay,
like
so,
built for is it rebuilt in a different engine or is it
No, this is the exact same engine. So Retro has been kind of working with the same engine that that they created for Metroid Prime 1, and they've just sort of been improving on it as time has gone on. They used it for all 3 Prime games. I believe they also used it for the Donkey Kong Country games.
But I'm saying it is native though. It's not like like Sunshine where it's being emulated.
Right.
Yeah.
No, this is native. It is running off the exact same engine. All of the code is the same, but every visual asset has been completely recreated.
That's interesting. I do feel like this is like before anything else, be it like for 2 or 3 ever coming out or not. I think that could still technically be up in the air. I do agree with you, Gilly, though. I think it would be weird if they didn't bother bringing those.
It doesn't really make sense because obviously they're doing this to promote 4. They're trying to like build up hype for 4 because there's a lot of people that haven't played Metroid Prime, right? And they're putting all this development into 4, like to the point where it's switched teams and restarted. Like they're pouring a lot of development into this game. It's like they're shooting themselves in the foot if they're just going to release 4 and not introduce new players to this series. You know what I mean?
I was gonna bring up like the Panzer Dragoon reboot, but yeah, like that it's a completely different scenario because nobody's expecting Panzer Dragoon 4, right?
Yeah.
Like that, and that's a very good point because whether or not like Prime is better than the other, I personally think the first is the best of the trilogy, but there is still an ongoing story. It's not as upfront as a lot of other games, but there is still an ongoing narrative in terms of Dark Samus and Phazon and everything else happening there.
Yeah.
So throwing 4 out there without any real, I don't know, that would be really weird. You know what? Oh, what if they did the DS game? What if they did it?
Oh my god, I would love
if they
that.
did
I
Hunters?
love Hunters.
Man,
Hunters with actual good online play?
Metroid Prime pinball?
Yeah! It's good. Like that game's fucking good. Like,
dude, Metroid Prime Pinball is a good fucking pinball game. Like it's a good game. And it's weird that they were just like, hey, let's retell the story of Metroid Prime, but on a fucking pinball table. And it's great. I
legitimately love it. And I hate that Spinball is not on this list of mine because like I feel like Spinball started this love of like video game pinball games. Because like I love them and I don't know why. I'm not good at pinball, but I like video game versions of pinball. It's the weirdest thing. It's just like that's just a silly thing to do. Why would you turn Mario or Metroid into pinball? All right, I'll play it. Fuck it.
I do think Hunters, that would be interesting, if only because, like, so I've mostly been playing Prime Remastered with the twin stick controls that they introduced, and I've been using a Pro controller, and it feels like it was always supposed to control like this. It's so goddamn good. You can use a GameCube controller, but
I love that tweet of yours blew up. I knew people were wondering.
God, yeah, Liam Robertson just retweeted it too, so, like,
yeah.
There that goes. I was a little partially wrong. I probably should have researched it a little more before just excitedly posting that because like you do have to remap like 1 or 2 things to get it to work exactly like it used to.
Wayne, Twitter's not the place for nuance.
Yeah, I mean,
that's where you just post something and then go look at this shit, and then everyone's yeah.
To give people credence, some people have corrected me on it, but nobody's been an asshole about it. So you know, good.
Yeah,
good
but see, if you broke it down like that, the tweet wouldn't have blown up. So.
True. But yeah, like twin stick controls and everything like that for something like Hunters, I still think like, dude, if you did multiplayer with that kind of shit, like that would be so much fun. That was the main attraction for Hunters anyway. Like that was a good ass time.
Federation Force Remaster.
Federation Force is okay. I
It is.
like Federation Force.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's not great. It's fine.
It
was
the
like
time.
It's
It's the timing. It's the timing.
Yeah.
It was the
It was the timing. I actually do need to record Federation Force later this year for Metroid Month. That's gonna be interesting.
Federation Force announcement was like, what was the Diablo one? Diablo
Oh,
Immortal.
do you guys not have
Diablo Immortal.
phones?
Yeah, you fucking idiots not have phones. Get a phone, you piece of shit.
Yeah. I do think that
that's
like
definitely the problem, Blizzard. Thank you guys. Fucking idiots. God damn.
the issue with Hunters is that like the multiplayer would be a ton of fun, even with a better control scheme like what Remastered has. And even if it looked as good as Prime does, the content of Hunters just isn't there. If you want to know more about that, I actually have a video review of Metroid Prime Hunters. If you want to give that a watch, plug myself. You can go watch my channel. I do a bunch of Metroid content.
I don't know. People that actually really liked the Hunters campaign. I don't know why.
I like it. I like the Hunters campaign. It's just not very good.
Oh no, it's definitely not great.
I'm attached to it. I'm very nostalgic for it, and I have a lot of great fond memories of like playing the campaign and the multiplayer of Prime Hunters while watching Invader Zim in the background. Like that. Hunters is never going anywhere. That's got a special place in my heart. But it does not have a meaty campaign, and the content is pretty bare bones where Metroid is concerned. But it is a phenomenal like feat that they did emulate Prime gameplay as well as they did, and a lot of that like spirit on the fucking DS. Like I still have a great amount of respect for that game. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling about everything in Metroid
fine.
at this point, but yeah.
Wayne, it's okay to enjoy stuff.
Yeah, I like Metroid.
I thought we've had a pretty good balance talking Sonic and then talking about silly shit. Like that's a good fucking that's a Sunset City. That's a good shit right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some other things in terms of the Nintendo Direct that I think we could circle back around to looking at some of these super chats. So did we want to just hop into those at this point?
Sure.
All
Yeah.
right.
Did somebody say hop? I should bring
Welcome back, Pup.
Starting off, we got OzJamH, who sends $5. Says, "Hello, gamers. It is I, returned from the depths of the fraudulent charged chambers. Now to give back with my special drink, Gamer Juice. Thank you for the Gamer Juice, OzJamH."
Don't you love that we just have ongoing memes and running gags and stuff just from people giving us money?
Ain't it great?
It's
Yeah, we
Oz
should.
Jam,
Yeah, you guys should keep doing that.
Thank you guys. I didn't ask you guys this up front. I really should have before we started the show. We now have a Patreon, and thank you guys for everyone contributing to that and hanging out in our Discord server and everything. We didn't have any priority questions to get to that we missed today, did we?
Not yet.
Okay. So yeah, just so you guys know, we do have a priority conversation starter thing if you guys ever want to pitch in for that, if you have topics you want us to get to or things you really want us to jump into at the start of episodes. But yeah, sorry. That pimping aside, thank you, Sony, for the 279 Californians. Zavik for Origins Plus. Let's go. Hashtag
Of course.
Zavik Zweep.
You know what? Maybe that would get me to purchase it. Not gonna lie. Like, that's just something different, you know?
You remember when you pitched this, and I kind of want to put it up for a vote in Patreon. Like, we talked about some of the most bangable Sonic characters. Talk about those punchable ones sometime.
The ones we
That
most
would
want
be
to beat up.
Yeah. I would love to see what some of the.
Well,
well, I know who's going on my list.
Wayne wants to beat up Ray. So.
I do.
He is.
You know, it
shaped
got
like a
chaotic
friend.
last. It got a little chaotic last week, and I was just giggling all the insanity. Wayne, I'm gonna be real with you. I think he's kind of one of the more bland designs out of all the Sonic.
You guys are me. You know what you're. He's like the Butters of Sonic, and you're being horrible
Oh my god,
to
that's
him.
He
perfect. That is
looks like a
perfect.
background character in IDW.
He looks like a friend.
Jesus Christ!
You know who else
He
is a
looks like a
background
friend.
character in IDW? Lanolin. And you know what else?
Lanolin has a
Lanolin on the
great
list.
design.
Lanolин's on the
Listen.
list.
Well,
Look,
I'm
I'm
with-
with,
you wanna
like,
beat up?
I'm not even.
I'm with Pup. He's friend shaped.
Yeah.
You know, here's a problem with that fucking squirrel, right? Is that we already have an established chipmunk, you know, and that's what all
Oh,
chipmunks
she's
and
shit. No
squirrels
one
and shit
fucking
should look
cares
like.
about her. There's a reason why. she's
That's
not
obviously a great fit for the Sonic universe. Those
just-
fucking Bambi Disney eyes.
Do you think, if nothing else, I do want to imagine that Ray has the same voice as Rocky, like from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ! Oh god!
I'm not gonna lie.
Ray, what are we doing today?
And Mighty have Bullwinkle's voice?
I've always kind of imagined Ray's voice sounding very close to fucking Morty from Rick and Morty.
I would imagine that
Just
Mighty has a Boston accent.
Oh, jeez.
He's the Mario brother, and plumbing is his game.
Mushroom Kingdom.
Here we go.
That sucked. That was even worse than the fucking Taco Bell one.
Mushroom Kingdom.
Still better than
here
Chris's.
we Ejaculate.
All right, who's up?
All
next?
right.
On Wii.
All right, so
Oh shit! I'll
Gilly.
be right back, guys.
never mind.
Sorry.
We'll just skip over.
Suris.
Suris.
Guess it's I guess it's me then with Daza S. Thank you for the £5.
Licks.
Pounds.
They're pounds.
It
Don't
is a-
Listen to Nick.
Hey, I like licking and pounding. Daza S, thank you very
Oh,
much for these.
Oh, you don't even begin to imagine that.
Are you looking forward to Zelda nuts and bolts and riding on rails, Sonic Frontier style? Look, my favorite part of the trailer was when City Escape started playing.
You tried to take from me. Now I'm gonna take from you.
Well, then didn't Ant like do
Yeah.
like the
The edit.
where it,
Yeah,
like live and
that's-
learn just starts blaring in the middle of it.
It was fucking great.
I think I have the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I've got
I said, yeah, you do.
Popweed.
Are you having a stroke? What is happening here?
Popweed.
James John's having a strong.
He sounds like when fucking Hupo talks in his fucking true form.
Popewed.
You did kind of. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Poppy.
That you
with $3. P-O-P-U-I-E-D.
Can you just fucking get on with it already?
With $3. I just want to play as Metal Sonic and race Sonic. Yeah, that would be fun.
That'd be amazing. That would make me buy the game again.
Okay, Pop. Yeah, just call me Pop.
I hate you so
Channel P pop P pop pop P pop.
So next up we got Xavier Farton with 279 Canadian. Says, hey Wayne, Metroid Prime remastered, huh? Please don't get him started again.
Oh man, so Metroid Prime got a remaster. They dropped that shit out of nowhere. It's
No
so
one
good.
cares
Let me
about
tell you
your
about it.
Jam H
No one
with
cares about your
$2.
shitty Halo knockoff, Wayne.
You know what? To be fair, Trey did a really cute little tweet when he did a clip of Metroid Prime, him in the morph ball and just in that half pipe, just going up and down. Like, this is what Sonic fans want, right? I just was like, yeah, it is. That's what I want.
Momentum, am I right?
Yeah.
Momentum. Bad.
Momentum. Alice Jam H with $2. Thank you. Oh yeah, Sonic Origins Crucifixion is
I
happening.
don't even get it. Oh wait, plus I get
The
it.
plus sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cute.
Jesus.
Make him playable. Finally.
Jesus.
Suris, you're
The
up.
Jesus fish from Sonic R. It's canon. He's in the Sonic universe.
Suris,
Oh
you're
my
up with
God.
Popweed. Please don't fucking do that attention-seeking bullshit Wayne just did.
Yeah, you definitely don't do that ever, pup.
Shut
Not ever.
up,
Not
Nick.
you.
Shut your hole.
Popweed, thank you for the $2. Wayne, say something!
I've been talking.
When that was dropped, you were a little bit quiet.
You have to
It's
say
like
the
you're
word
politely
something.
listening to other people or something like that.
You have to say the
I
word.
was.
You need
I was
to
waiting for
interject
an
at all
opportunity
times.
I was waiting for us to give him more. fine. Don't.
You got what you wanted. He's saying something. Are you happy now?
More muttering, but still, it's something.
No,
Well, like when he just gets screamed at every time he talks, it can blame him.
because you look both ways.
Both ways.
I don't know whose turn it is anymore.
Yours.
Okay. No, that's Pup's turn because you yelled Wayne say
Is it
something.
Oh, yeah,
not?
you're
No,
right,
Yeah, it's
no.
Wallace's turn then in that case.
It is
Oh,
Wayne's turn.
yeah.
So it's Wayne's
Yeah, Wayne's
turn
turn
to
to
say
say
something.
Wayne, say something.
Got Mr. SP with $10. Thank you. I just want to play Knuckles Chaotix. I would buy a brand new physical copy if they threw that in. 3D Blast and Spinball wouldn't be enough since I can play them on GameCube, PS2, PS3, or Genesis. I do
You know
kind of
what?
agree. Chaotix is the big one. Like
The big one, but like this is a good point though. Like the only thing that would make me say fuck it, I'm in, is if they finally ported the Saturn version of 3D Blast. I would buy it for that. I would buy it for that.
I still gotta try the PC version of that now.
I do too.
Yeah.
You reminded me now that you found yours. Like I'm looking at mine. I got to dig up one of my old laptops that still has a disk drive on it, so I can see if I can get that functioning. And I might need your help figuring that shit out.
I'm a little dumb on that myself, but I'm gonna do my best to try to figure that out because
We
I
will-
do want to try to get those running.
We will figure this out together, dick in hand, each of us.
Hell yeah, dude! Who's taking whose hand?
That's exactly.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right, so HD Burger, Aiden F. $5 saying, "Why worry about buying a good burger when you can make peak from the Sonic cookbook?" I actually do want to get that, to be honest. Like, I like cooking and I like Sonic, so this definitely up my street.
I proposed a while ago that we need to have a chili dog cook-off as an episode.
Yeah,
Oh,
why did we
so
never do that?
I just realized how we could make burger into merch, and I don't know why we never figured it out.
I mean, we could
before
literally
this
just
point.
take any other fucking burger and put it as merch.
No, like we got to incorporate Burger Man. Like, what are we doing? The burger statue.
Oh shit!
Nah,
Why the
sucks.
fuck haven't we thought about that?
Sucks. It sucks. That's why.
It's also part of my lore. I've been murdered by a Whopper.
Nick.
Yeah.
You're
Oh
up.
yeah.
Ooh yeah.
All right. Did any of you guys actually, before we move on, did any of you guys actually see what they were teasing with the Sonic Cookbook? Because I actually,
Wasn't there like blue boba shakes and stuff like that?
there's blue tea. I remember seeing blue tea. I don't have it up anymore. I don't give a fuck
Boba
anymore.
tea, not boba shake.
Blue
Hey
but
kids,
tea.
you want to slurp on Sonic's balls?
Suck on my chocolate salty blue spheres. Stick it in your mouth.
Oh wait, blue spheres. No wait, that makes sense actually.
Nick,
Yeah.
you
In
got.
the context of Sonic.
I put an
I'll get
ooh next to what you need to read.
Where are you getting these emojis?
I
fuck?
put them in here. Remember? These are Sunset City emotes.
Why did you pick out an Ouya?
Well, look,
we had
look,
somebody trying to.
we've
Just
got
look at that
the
cube.
Ouya,
I'm
we've
sure
got
you'd love to.
Sonic 4
I'm sure you'd love
Episode
to
1.
put that in a shmup and defend it for time immemorial.
What? No, you would be the one to fucking defend the Ouya.
Well, no,
No,
if you threw it in, if you threw it in, I was making fun of you for defending the fucking end. Anyway,
No,
Ken,
Stuart Jip would be the one. To
Oh yeah,
defend it.
speaking of the end,
Yeah.
then in that case, the
I
end.
just want to punch them.
I only make fun of you, Stuart, because I'm thinking about you.
And then you punch the moon,
No,
and then you
I
punch
love-
the moon.
I love Stuart.
He knows
I'll
what
be
he's
the-
doing.
Yeah, he'll be the first to say he's fucking stupid. You know. Like,
Oh well.
I think he'd be the first to tell. It's like,
my
no.
God, Smacko's super
It's the
chat isn't
kids that are
gonna
wrong.
fucking read itself though, is it, Nick?
Oh, fuck off. You see, guys, the food conversation is because of
Who
the upcoming
wrote it?
Sonic cookbook.
Oh my god.
Who wrote it?
You
and
want me
what
to
did they
finish
spend?
it?
Who wrote it
You
and what
dumb
did they
bitch?
spend?
I already did that part.
No, you did not.
I really did.
You got to do it
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
The upcoming Sonic cookbook. Puck. I'm starting to talk. I'm starting to say poppy poo. Pop.
Pop a poop a poop.
It all makes sense. Yes, we have another Sonic cookbook mention. We know. Sorry, guys.
We do love that cookbookie. All right, Suris.
OzJam.
Sonic 4 Episode 1.
OzJamH, thank you for the $5. I'll take an order of actual Five Guys TM arguing about fast food on a Sonic-centric podcast. Oh, and a side of corn too, but make it mid and half-ass.
Why would
Like
you
real
want
talk,
corn?
like Gilly's brought up a good point, and you know I've argued with Puppet a thousand times over, but I do really think there is a place for both Sonic conversation and mad chaos, and I think we had a good mix of both today. This was a fun show.
You want to pat yourself on the
yeah.
back a little more there, Nick?
Yeah, I was patting you on the back too. You piece
don't
of shit.
fucking touch me, Cog.
Yeah, I can.
Close one.
Come on, Pup, dick in hand.
All right.
I
whose
like
turn
my
is it? Is it mine?
friends.
No, it's Wallace's turn.
Wait, I thought Nick just went.
No, Suris
I
had
just
Sonic
went.
for episode 1. So Wayne, you
Oh,
get...
no, you did. Oh God, my brain. Yeah. So we got Stevie Cole with pounds.
Yeah.
Pup is man of the match for not knowing how horses in Zelda work, and Labyrinth.
Why would I know you could take the horse to the stable? I didn't know there was a stable.
You see, Pup. The thing is, like, when you mentioned that, and then you said you got
game.
yeah, that's why. When you said you got halfway through the game, and then you said you didn't
I
know how
don't
horses
think I'm
work. That's
halfway
how I know
in
you're
that
a
case. I don't know. I think I'm
right. You're a
halfway in.
fucking liar.
It's been
No,
going
you're
on
not.
long enough for me to feel
Played
like
it
I'm
for
halfway
20
in.
minutes.
You played it 20 minutes.
I have
That's
not.
what I
It
got.
took me at least 2 hours to get the fucking wind glider thingy because I got lost.
Wait,
Amazing.
hold
You
on.
got
Wait,
lost
wait,
on the
wait.
Great Plateau.
Did you?
I did get lost on the Great Plateau.
How?
I was going
How
in completely
long
the
were
wrong
you in the Great
direction.
Plateau?
I was in there for
They
a long time.
literally put you on top of a tower, say, "Hey, put these landmarks here so you can't get lost." That's part of the tutorial.
Yeah, I didn't do
To be
that. That was
fair-
my mistake.
To be fair, I was recently playing the game again. I only played a little bit of it, but I don't know how to get to one of the shrines.
The
So I
bottom
need to
line is,
figure that out.
I'm
Okay.
not blaming the game for that. I fully admit. I'm
No,
fully-
no. I'm not. Sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm just kind of fascinated.
No, like I made a video on it. Like you can see what the process is in that video. It's called trying to play Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
We just gotta stream this. This is Sunset Arcade, Breath of the Wild, leading up to Tears of the Kingdom.
Just my main thing is just like breakable weapons. I don't like that. That's like the only thing I would say. I really
I'm not
don't
going to
like
argue
about
with
the
you there.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
And they're kind of
It
They-
gets
they
easier
really
to.
do better.
It gets easier to adjust to, but you do have to adjust for it. But once you have like a big enough inventory, like you get to a point where like you have too many weapons almost.
It's one of
I
those things you either
appreciate
roll with it
how
or
it-
don't.
I appreciate that they give you enough in your tool bag to be like, no, you really can fuck around with the physics and do some wild shit. And I do like that they, try and incentivize ingenuity and actually the survival aspect of it. Like, take advantage of everything you can while you can, but at the same time, yeah.
You know what? I think I
They
remember
really should have done
why-
better with the weapon system.
I think I remember why I got lost at the Great Plateau. I didn't know that I could use my Sheikah Slate to put down waypoint. I'll explain everything. This all sounds really stupid. But basically,
No, you're fine.
I'd started the game up, and I'd gotten to that climby tower, and then I got into trouble for something and had to put the Nintendo Switch down. So it was one of those things where you pick it back up, I was like, alright, where was I? And then, like, you basically send yourself off in completely the wrong direction.
That's whatever. You're fine.
Happens.
Everyone's fine. I'm gonna play a lot more of it too because of the Frontiers video. Like
I'm actually about to pick up the Wii U version to just kind of like see what the difference was.
You own a Wii U? What the fuck?
I do. I like my Wii
Nobody
U.
owns a Wii
But-
U. Nobody.
What's we
I
had
own
somebody
two of them.
No, you don't.
We
You're
had-
an attention seeker. Shut up.
we had somebody come into my store and they looked at we had a sealed copy of Breath of the Wild, but it wasn't like a big enough like price difference for us to really mark it up, so we just kind of left it as was. And he was just like, "Oh, there's a sticker on the back. I can't grade this." And I'm just like, "Okay." So out of spite, I'm buying that copy and then I'm going to film myself opening it.
before you buy it.
Yeah.
Before you buy it.
Or you
Sell
buy.
your Wii U.
Well, I
You have an
just
Ouya
spoilers
as well?
because like my shut up, but my the Zelda copy I had, like I did. It's like really early on in my channel's life. I did a Zelda video for Breath of the Wild. Wasn't making a great deal of money or anything like that, so I had to sell my copy of it. I recently bought it again because I was just like, this was such an important part of me building my channel. But I got one on Anthony's recommendation and I don't know if he's going to be happy about me helping spread the word of this, but like there is a misprint copy of the Wii U version on the back that tells you.
Oh yeah, the original port had like all of the because I remember my friend had one where it was just like every controller option in existence was listed on it.
Yeah. And I actually found that like a couple weeks ago. You remember when I posted a picture about the gold edition of Marvel Ultimate Alliance? You know, your favorite game ever, Wayne?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I hate that game too, but I like shiny gold things and Venoms on the cover, so I got it. And it was at a good price.
I would have jumped on that too. I cannot blame you. I've seen how fucking expensive that can be.
Yeah, and same day I found that same fucking store, like they had that misprinted copy of the Wii U version of Zelda, and I'm like, yeah, I'm buying that. It was like $35-$40. Fuck yeah, that's worth it. Absolutely.
I found out there were like two different like misprints for Final Fantasy VII on the PS1.
No shit.
Yeah,
I did not
we'll
love
get into
the
that
Google
later.
Stadia.
Yeah.
Shut up, Aki Dave. I did not.
I
There's
did
so
not,
many-
Lisa.
There's
Linda,
so
I
many
did not.
I did not play
attention-seeking
it. I
people in the
didn't. I
chat
did not.
that are like, oh, I owned the
Linda.
Wii U. No, you didn't. No one owned the Wii U. Shut up. Shut up, okay?
So fucking.
Go play your Ouya some more, you fucking stupid.
I love
bitch.
the Wii U.
Xenoblade X is good.
Xenoblade X is a fantastic game.
There is no Wii U. It doesn't exist. It never did.
Tell that to Scott the Wise. Have you seen how many he has?
Yeah, no, they're not real.
Yeah.
No,
is that
Mr.
just where
SP,
you're leaving
you
that
don't
punchline?
own
Or-
in my
a
house
Wii
with
U.
them.
That's not a Wii U.
Where is this
Okay.
going?
I don't know what he's doing
own-
now.
Nobody owns a Wii U.
You don't have Uno!
More people own fucking Ouyas and Google Stadias than the goddamn Wii U.
How could that be a thing? How could that be a relevant statement if the Wii U doesn't even exist?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we? Pup. I think you have Pop.
I do, don't I? Okay,
Yeah.
so we got
Yeah.
Popka over here. Sends $20. You know what would be a good reason why the spinning signpost even exists? To test badniks on it. When Eggman is there, they don't attack, but when the sign spins to Sonic, they attack. Sonic just made it fun for him. So that's an awesome theory, actually. That's a really good fucking theory.
I mean, I was making jokes about like the deep lore of the monitors after the fucking Chaos Emerald shit with Frontiers. I was like,
And the
yeah,
beat
let's
shit
just
with you know, the objective reality.
like I'm starting to get to the point where it's like, you know what, I really want more lore with the Chaos Emeralds. I would really like the rings too, generally, but like I'm starting to get to the point where it's like, yeah, I mean, like, shut up, god damn.
Yeah,
Lore of
they
the
were
rings.
there were 7
Bees.
of them
Lore of the
created, and
rings.
they were handed out to the different races, but they were all of them deceived.
First they went after the echidnas, then the hedgehog.
Oh god, don't even.
No!
We're already actually on limited monetization for this episode. We were like 10 minutes in. Don't make it worse.
Were we actually?
Yeah,
Are we
we
getting
were.
a yellow?
Like,
we began
'Cause
we
Susan
began
just
with
said-
swear words,
Susan
so
said, "Fuck
that's
you.
why.
You guys are supposed." No, but
And-
we technically didn't because we had the standby screen up for a good while before that. So really, it is just Susan once again being like, "I thought you guys were babies."
They're really cracking down again, aren't they?
Is Susan texting you again?
Yeah, she is. She said that
Dude,
YouTube is being converted
all
to
of
YouTube
my-
Kids, and YouTube Kids is being converted to YouTube Sperm at this point.
Oh, well, I guess you guys heard it here first. Damn.
Almost all of my videos get demonetized when they go up. So yeah.
We're going to Silicon Valley. All right, we're gonna go beat up Susan.
No, we're not.
Let's not say that live on the air. Maybe.
Oh my
I
god.
think we should.
I think, yeah. Okay.
Violence is always a viable solution.
Where are we at right now?
Oh, where do you think we're at? The one that doesn't have a fucking burger under it yet. Say
I
we
don't
were
know.
burger.
I wasn't even sure if we were this good. I don't
Okay,
know.
Nick is
Where
up
is it?
with
All right.
Ozjam H.
With $2, thank you, Ozjam. Channel Bun, you look despicable.
I don't know why I first read that as Channel Biden. I don't know why.
Come on, man.
Look both ways.
America looks both ways now. This is the State of the Union.
America is a word that can be described in a single word. As if it's... Sorry.
Black Yakuza, thank you very much for the $2. How about that Nintendo Direct dough? I don't think it was a dough. I think it was more of a stag, but, you know.
Burger.
Tom just posted in the back rooms. But did you put me on fucking timeout for saying I owned a Wii U? You bastard.
No, I put him on timeout for fucking being a
He's a
attention
fascist.
seeker.
And not because he's a fascist? Wow, okay.
It's because you say I'm a good victim.
I put him in timeout because he's married to the UK's Home Secretary, who's a massive fash.
I'm a victim in your eyes. I'm sorry that I have a Wii U.
So sorry, bud. I'm really sad.
Oh my god. All right, Wayne. your
Yeah.
turn.
Okay. We got Way Past Cool Kid with $4.99. Wayne, you. Thank you. Wayne, you were the first person I thought of when they announced the Prime remaster. Well, after I was finished screaming, that is. Yeah, I did a little screaming myself. It was, yeah.
We do a little.
I'm a
scream.
little bit of a screamer myself.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a screamer.
Oh boy, attaboy. Go vote, I can get it. All right, Pup, your turn.
Okay, so Way Past Cool Kid sends $1.99. Any hope for Sonic Advanced Trilogy on the NSO? Wait, Nintendo Switch Online, right?
Yeah,
or,
probably.
or Sonic Battle, maybe? You know,
Hey,
that would be good
this-
shit, but... You
Yeah,
forget
this is what
that
I was waiting to talk about the rest of
In-
the direct.
in Sega's opinion, the only Sonic games that matter are the classics. So I wouldn't put it past them to not do that, but I'd like it.
It's weird because like over here on the it's a fucking can of worms. On the Game Boy Advance Virtual Console on the Wii U, we actually did get like the Klonoa GBA games, but I don't think we got the Sonic Advance games in the States.
We didn't. We really didn't. That's really weird. And I was thinking to myself because I wanted to wait to talk about this portion of the direct because we did skip over this, and it is a fairly big deal. Again, I'm once again tempted to sign up for the more expensive one, but I own most of those games, and I also own a Steam Deck, so like I have other means to get those very easy to obtain games. But like, what would make me buy it immediately is if they properly did what they did with Earthbound and put Mother 3 on there. And Gilly, welcome back, but you actually mentioned this in one of the group chats we're in, but apparently like one of the directors of Mother 3 was like retweeting some English patches of that game or some shit like that.
Was retweeting a bunch of like Mother 3 tweets.
Yeah. And
I
that
don't know.
would, I mean, were we assuming like, I don't know, like I was getting to the impression like, are they finally going to do that? Are they going to put Mother 3 on this service? Because that would be
Is that
wild.
the impression that you get?
God damn it. God damn it.
That's a song.
Drink your milk.
It sure is. Drink
Right,
milkshake.
Nick, you're up next.
Well, no, I'm not done. I'm not done. I want to keep talking about the direct stuff real quick because I wanted your guys' thoughts on the Advanced Trilogy specifically because for me, like when Sega was turning over to other consoles from their own stuff, Sonic Advance was why I got a Game Boy Advance. I feel like that's a quintessential Game Boy Advance staple for me.
Yeah.
The original game. And I thought it was weird seeing these games come back and not seeing that in the lineup. So, in your opinion, do you think that's eventually going to show up like they, brought the Genesis library over for NSO? Or do you think, fingers crossed, they're going to try and do a different collection down the line?
I just doubt both of those things, but I'd hope for them, but I doubt it. There's only
It
one
would-
2D classic Sonic game. It's called Sonic Origins.
It would be cool to see those again. I gotta be honest, like the Sonic Advance games are not really my go-to if I'm just like looking to sit down and play Sonic. But it's like, yeah, the preservation alone, like we should have those available.
I think they're very pretty games. I know they're not as famous as the classics. I do love my classics, and I love the quality of life improvements, but I think I've said this on the show before, but like if there's any set of games I really want to see the widescreen on, it's those games. I think the problem with not seeing what you're running into, I think that's mitigated more and more through the classic games. 1 is just a slow fucking game in comparison to the others. And I think 2 does a pretty decent job with it. And I think 3, they do a decent job in a 4x3 aspect, is what I'm saying. And I don't think the GBA ever really showed the full potential of those games. I really do feel they have the same problems as the Game Gear versions of Sonic 2, for instance, where that game is kind of shit in general, but it's an exponentially better game on the Master System. I feel like I really want to see them put them in the retro engine and really blow them up. I don't need much more than them just being in widescreen, but I really feel like you would see just a completely U-turn on a lot of opinions on those games if they just had more screen space.
Fair.
So yeah, that's my opinions. All right, way past cool kid with a $1.99. Last donation for the day. Love you boys. Hashtag boobs.
No,
thank you, way past cool kid.
Pingus. All right,
Gilly.
Gilly.
You wanna take Zagard Lagan? Are you back for a bit, or do you have to head back out?
Yeah, where are we?
Fuck my wife.
Oh my god.
Oh no. I didn't know that was an emote.
What is that?
That's Pete.
It's Pete.
Wait, check back.
Called my wife.
I'll put the bigger Pete.
It's called F my wife.
Big Pete.
Actually.
Oh no.
Just showing off those new Sunset City
no.
Wait. All right. So.
All right.
Come on, do you need burger?
No,
Cigar Lagan with $10. Wayne, your Metroid Prime burger. Your Metroid. Oh, that's a burger.
Yeah, it's an extra one. It's one of our special, bespoke.
That's the burger remastered.
Ones. Yeah. Burger Ultimate.
Wayne, your Metroid Prime video made me buy the remaster instantly. How much did you squee an XD when it was announced?
So I screamed. You can hear me on Nick's. I think the VOD for his stream is up, but he was streaming his reactions to the Nintendo Direct, and as soon as I saw that, I alerted my neighbors from my office that was coming out.
He lost his little mind. It was adorable. And I knew you're a couple seconds ahead of me on the stream because we were still in the last trailer, and then you started losing your minds. Like, well, Metroid, something happened. But yeah, if you want to go see it, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with that stream. I'll probably just, now that we have a live tab, it probably won't mess with too much of my channel. So yeah, you go see it.
I kind of like that separation there.
Yeah,
I love it.
Although it does fuck up the Sunset. It fucks up Sunset City a little bit though, because you can't even see the main.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after the show. I think there are ideas I have. We can clean that up to make our channel look a little bit nicer.
You can try. All right,
try.
Suris?
You will try.
Suris? Wahoo!
No, I don't want to. OzGM H, thank you very much for redeeming not redeeming. Well, I'm not been on Twitch way too much. Thank you for the $5. If it's Metroid Prime, where is Samus jumping through dimensions and the 5 versions of Ridley? Give me the baby dragon. Never played Metroid. Oh, you should.
Metroid's
it's a good game series.
That's not. I'm thinking about what happened with Ridley and other M. It's not too far off.
I mean,
that stupid little Furby that digivolved into Ridley.
Yeah.
I gotta play that game again.
No, you don't.
That would be a courageous You know what? I would take that game again if they gave me proper fucking controls.
Yeah.
I don't hate that game as much as I probably should, and I don't even hate the controls
between that and Shenmue, like a 3D environment with a D-pad can go fuck itself. Are you kidding me?
I think that there is a mod on like Dolphin or something that lets you actually play the game like a real fucking video game, and then it's a little more bearable, but it kind of gets back into my Metroid Prime Hunters thing where it's just you get past the stupid story that doesn't know how to treat post-traumatic stress because it takes one scene where it addresses that and then never does anything else with it in the entire rest of the fucking game, and then and then you get past, like, if you just label actual controls onto it, then you just have to deal with the fact that it's not a good Metroid game and it's boring.
All right, Wallace, you're up with the end.
We got Otis Small with $5. Gilly, could you beat up Tay-Zonde in a fist fight? Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, I would bring I would bring the chocolate pain.
I don't know what any of this
Is that the chocolate rain guy?
Yeah,
chocolate rain
okay.
guy.
Oh, there you go. You bring the chocolate pain.
Wasn't that song just actually
Somebody's-
a thinly veiled like allegory of racism?
Oh,
This is gonna get clipped out of context, and and I'm gonna be accused of.
You're gonna get canceled on Twitter again.
Is it worth it? Anyways, Mr. Krabs Burger sends $4.99 and says, anytime Metroid Prime Remastered is mentioned, Wayne, excited big hyper screaming, ah!
Yeah, something like that.
Nick.
All right, we are now. Oz Gem H for $2. Guys want one thing, and it's mommy momentum milkers. Not wrong.
Christ.
Yes.
Gilly.
Mr. SP with $2.10. What? Saturn 3D Blast would be nice.
I
It sure
agree.
would.
I agree.
Nick would love
The
that.
special stages alone, I genuinely would. The special stages alone make that worth your time in comparison to the other one.
So-
I wouldn't mind that.
So fucking hard, all right.
3D Blast is a fine game.
It is very okay.
It's
It is fine.
very boring.
It is fine.
Sir,
I saw someone mention it as like a comfort game, and I was like, you know what? I feel that. Some games you just need that. You know, I think that's a really pleasant way to look at it.
Suris, you're up with Rip Bozo.
Plead. Thank you very much for the $2. Ayo, anybody still remember Poinpy?
Hell yeah, remember
Poinpy.
Poinpy? The fucking
Poinpy,
What
yeah.
is it with
Poinpy
you and these
game.
weird poo-poo names?
No,
What's
Poinpy.
going on?
No, but do you not remember Poinpy?
Poinpy.
The Netflix
Poinpy.
game. We were watching
Poinpy.
like the Netflix thingy for Prime
Oh,
News, and they had
Poinpy.
Poinpy.
Point P. I remember I was painting this room that I'm in while like listening to you guys talk about foreskin, and then suddenly Point P.
Poinpy, yeah.
Poinpy. That game looked crap, but like, it had a good
That game looked like a game.
It did look like a mobile game, all right.
It looked like one of the games
one
of all
of the
It
time.
games
looked like
of
the
all time,
kind of
yes.
thing that fucking Stuart Jip would be like, this is the real shit. Fuck God
We
of
pick
War
on
or
this man
something,
so
you know?
much.
Colors
This
are
is
so
peak.
harsh in this. It's so fucking harsh. Mr. SP, so Nick, how's that 3D Blast video going? I need to figure out the PC version of that game,
Did he
I
pay for
gotta
that?
prioritize Frontiers.
Nick, did he pay for that?
No, just asking
You have
about
to
it. I thought it
fucking no. You have to send it back now. You have to say it in
It
reverse.
costs money to ask us
Yeah, you
questions.
can't be giving away freebies, man. You got to take that back.
We're in the Hollywood. You gotta pay us to answer you.
We should just start doing cameos.
All right, Wayne, you're up with H2O.
Okay, I
Oh my
got
God.
Mr. Krabs with $4, or sorry, $4.99. To make Nick truly happy, Sega should put Sally in Sonic Origins so he can finally achieve his dream of making Sally canon. Also, it my B-Day.
It might
My
be day.
B-Days.
Wash you, Wayne.
Happy
might be-
B-Day.
Wash
Happy
me.
beat multiple,
Hey,
Wayne. He's got multiple.
Happy B-Days.
No, to
Happy
be fair,
days.
To say
He
like,
went back in for a second. He went back in for a second. Back up.
happy birthday, Mr.
And
Like, I'm gonna
Krabs.
don't enable Nick. Don't let him. He can't have Sonic Gorfus.
This is not fair. We don't ask for much. For God's sake, Sally fans saw an acorn, and all of us were like, good enough. Even though the man himself, fucking Ian Flynn, was like, it's probably not Sally. You know? And even we were still like, we'll take it. Just fucking give us something. It's not. We don't ask for much anymore. What just happened?
That is Growlith.
Suris, stop jacking off, mate. Come on.
What?
Yeah, you're pulling oh, what's the name of the guy? The guy that got caught jacking off on the live stream. DSP. Dark Side Phil. Yeah, you're pulling a Dark Side Phil. And he was literally pulling a Dark Side Phil at that time as well.
Growly, do you want to go outside? Do you want to go outside, girl?
Yes.
Time and a place.
Yes, Gilly, that's exactly what she sounds like. That's her voice. Father, yes,
I've been there. It's true. I know.
I do always find it funny though how like dogs can be girls, but they still go like "row," which is like a distinctly masculine sound when you think about it. You know.
Oh my god! I'm gonna let these guys out. Jesus Christ, they're jumping on me.
Okay, so I'm up with OzJamH, who sends $2, says Channel Bun. Boyga Bunny is quite delish, yo.
I agree. It's my favorite delish.
Delish.
Are we doing super chat cutoff?
It's quite delightful. That's just the word now. Damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you send us $100.
That somebody will actually do that.
Then it's okay.
Did we? Well, hang on.
Mad about that.
Wait, did we? So we got. Did we get everybody from last week too?
I think we might have had one that was past the cutoff, but I'm not entirely sure.
No, because I would have logged it.
Well, yeah, but like Suris started, and I think we started with Suris's postings.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Krabs with the $1.99. Thank you, by the way, again, Mr. Krabs.
Yes, thank you.
Arg, what the hell are you doing with me, Borger? We're putting bunnies in it, I guess, and make them delish.
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 It sounds like a German word for like shoe.
It sounds like a German toilet. Is what it sounds like to me.
I know that they've got a toy brand called Schleich over there.
Oh, Schleich's over here too. They make dinosaurs.
Yeah, no, it's quite a worldwide thing, but like that's
you guys are sounding real World War II right now.
Fucking hell, Gilly.
What are you talking about? I thought he meant like our audio quality, and I was like, oh wait, no.
No,
I got it. German.
being
I got
problematic.
I'm sorry. Every German word sounds like the most mean thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's because when people that aren't German speak German, they always yell it, you know? People will be like, oh, which one of these words sounds the most evil? Hello, bonjour, or hello! And it's like, they don't speak like that over there. They say, hello.
No, they say I love you by going,
no, they go, ich liebe dich.
Oh my god. We're definitely being culturally appropriate for right now is what we're doing.
Okay.
All right. With that, guys, I think it's about time
we got another Mr. Krabs for next week, so let's just log that down.
Let's just
knock it out.
If we don't stay true to our cutoffs, why should anyone take us seriously?
What if we ever
Pup's
been
got a point.
consistent about anything?
This is bad.
And why would they take us seriously?
It's like, oh yeah, no cookies for you after 9 p.m. Oh, here's a cookie anyway. That's bad parenting is what that is.
Yeah, we're not parents. That was the whole joke you just made. We're not babysitters.
Slut. All right, well, in that case, let's read Mr. Krabs in.
Thank you, Mr. Krabs, for $1.99. Channel Bnui, you mean? What on earth happened there?
How very delightful.
So that's a
You
meme.
just sounded like Doodle Bob.
That's a meme. Let me see if I can send this. Let me see if I can send this to you, Nick.
All right.
Educate this old man.
Can we go home now?
We are because we have the post show with our patron friends. So if you guys want to join us,
isn't it?
Is it?
I didn't think it was once a month.
It was once a month.
It's just our little wind down, like just hang out for a little bit and just chat with our homies.
I don't think I can attend that one. I'm afraid. Sorry.
Yeah,
everybody.
I can. I will be there, so I will see you guys there.
You be there, but you're teaching everyone the wrong lessons by doing this more than monthly.
I think you need to get our Patreon in order there, champ.
No, I'm not the one that fucking does. Suris is the one we need to ask.
Where's Suris?
Let's open up the Patreon and find out if this is a once a month.
We was really running a tight shipwreck here.
I'm gonna go.
All right, guys.
I learned it by watching you.
All right. Okay. Look, we can figure this out. Let's open up Patreon.
We will do it after the show. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with
That's
us.
not happening. Oh,
Oh,
great.
God.
Now you made me log in as myself and not Sunset City. I hope you're fucking happy, asshole. All right, let me try this
Fucking
again.
phenomenal.
All right, wait. Okay, right. No, just,
So Nick, what are you working on?
no, don't say don't. Don't tell
Good
anybody.
radio. Good radio, Pup. Good job, buddy.
No one fucking listens to the radio anyway. All right,
Fucking-
okay, great. Okay, we can
What's
do
a
this.
radio?
Yeah. Video killed the radio star.
Working on Frontiers.
You making
It'll
the
be a
game?
little while.
You're making
It'll
the
be a
game?
little while.
Damn.
Shut up. It'll be a little while, but it'll be before the end of the month. So that's coming up for me. But if you want to go back and watch any of my old videos, I'd always appreciate it. So, plenty of stuff for you guys there. Let's pass that
Oh,
on
it's
to
a
Gilly.
bi-weekly basis is what the fucking Hangouts is.
So yeah, this is our first.
No.
Is this our first one for no, it's not.
Last week we had one when we talked about
Yeah,
Oreos.
the third. So there we go.
Yeah, well, you can still do a Hangout because you promised it to them now. You've pissed in your bed, now lay in it, you know?
Yeah, so let's get to it for God's sakes, Pup.
That's not-
Jesus
wait,
Christ.
that's not how that goes.
All right. So, yeah, bi-weekly basis, post hangouts for Fridays as well, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and we're going to do better with that. We just started our Patreon, so we're going to do better with scheduling and posting schedules and everything else. So we're going to get all that done.
Where's little Suris
Buff.
gone?
I don't know. He's just doing his thing.
And
Just whatever.
doggos.
Wayne, what are you working on?
Well, now Metroid. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little side quest video about Metroid Prime Remastered. I have to talk about this. I can't not talk about this. So I'm gonna be discussing that and then getting back to work on Digimon Digital Card Battle for the PlayStation 1. Both Digimon World Digital Card Battle and Digimon Digital Card Battle. They're two different games. One was Japan exclusive. I'm only gonna touch on that one, but yeah. I got more shit coming. But Metroid first.
Attaboy. You were needing a nice break from that big, hefty game, and Nintendo just dropped it on your lap.
Hell yeah, it is exactly what I needed right now.
Yeah. Suris unfortunately had to go, so go check out
He's doing
NekoSuris
some
and Suris.
shit, you guarantee it. There's also Suris Vidya. I think that's the new name of NekoSuris.
Is that what that? Did he change his name?
I think it's a name change. I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I think it's Suris Vidya for his second channel.
Yeah, but
Fair
that's
enough.
where his Frontiers review, which I edited, is on, and yeah. Oh hell yeah, we got the sex bots again.
Suris Vidya.
been a
these
while.
nuts.
Been a
Where
while.
you guys been?
We've missed you. All right, now you're
Been
blocked. You stole my $19 Fortnite card. I have no choice.
So good. All right. Who's left? Gilly, have you done anything?
No,
Okay.
I don't. I don't know what I'm doing.
Fair enough.
So something will be out at some point.
You should go watch his Yoshi video again.
Yeah, go watch my Yoshi
It
video.
inspired me to go fucking buy like 2 games.
There's a
It's
funny
good video.
page turn transition in there that I had to teach him how to do.
It was worth it. That was a really good joke.
I
Good shit.
can't believe that it's basically the exact same transition from Yoshi's Story.
Yeah. It's almost
It is
exactly the
almost
same.
exactly the same. And it's a stock fucking effect.
Did you credit me
Oh.
for teaching you where that is?
Credit you for telling me
Yes,
that it's a stock.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
No, I did not do that.
What the hell?
Good, amazing.
Lawsuit.
I also have stuff coming up.
There you go.
I'm doing a video on like a pitch for a Frontiers 2, how they could really expand on that concept. And right now I've got out a video on how AI art could service the art world as opposed to detriment it. It's just a bunch of theories, but go check it out because no one's fucking watching it and I don't wonder why, but fuck it, you know? Fuck it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I already explained what I'm working on, so I think that's everybody. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us in Sunset City. We're going to go, well, some of us will go hang out with the folks over in our Discord server for a bit. So if you want to hang out, you can go do that. You can pitch in over on our Patreon where you can do silly stuff with us. So, yeah. that's gonna do it.
Do silly stuff like give us.
I like it when Daddy Nick touches me in my silly place.
My ears hurt.
Yeah, mine too.
Watchman.